Welcome! We are done.
Oh!
Well, good thing I fucked it up, so it's fine. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is the greatest intro ever.
Oh, yeah.
The best part is they only see you.
I know, it's good.
Right.
It's just me.
Let me just start playing breakdown.
Oh, Billy!
I have no idea what else is going on. So we are Vagrants and Vagabonds, and we're running Dungeon of the Mad Mage. This is your Mondayly dose of... Yeah, it's a word. Mondaily.
It's Mondaily.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
And unlike
We're playing Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We're like day something, time something,
Day
session
68.
something. We'll get there.
We're day 68, right?
Yeah, we were on day 68. It is about...
You say it so
7
confidently and then
in
you
the
ask
morning.
right?
Well, no, because
We
I knew we
are-
were day 68, I just couldn't remember what time.
Session 23? 2.
It's 23.
3.
You're good.
Yeah. Good job.
You got
I thought you
all
were writing it down.
your information correct.
We're going to film a commercial for our show, and it's going to be something about step siblings.
Yeah. We really should film a
Step
commercial.
brother.
Oh my god, Step Bro, what are you doing?
Why are
You're
you in
such
here?
a nerd. Stop.
Stop.
Alright, let's reel it back in.
Hey, does this shirt make me look like a slut?
So, last session, we made it to level 4 of the Undermountain. But we are currently missing Will. He came down with the plague.
Level 8.
And then Lawrence is getting food. I don't know.
He'll be here.
Taking a
Yeah.
poop. We don't
Eating
know.
food. I don't know what he's
I
doing.
got all
Think
this
it's
stuff
probably
in my
dropping
throat.
Yeah. And where you guys ended off was you entering down into level 4.
Can't.
The Azra Hobgoblins gave you the way and showed you how to get down, and
Show me the way.
you guys are now
You
down.
motherfuckers.
That
That was in stereo.
who's going to play Young Bull tonight?
I think it was Mark, right?
Oh, I guess. Sure, I can play him.
Okay.
Or do you want to play Young Bull?
I don't care.
Or do you want to play Young Bull and then you can yell at yourself?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
With phone coming in handy.
Well, you guys figured that out.
You don't want to yell at yourself.
So you guys came down, so we're just gonna. I had time to print out my version, but I didn't have time to do the bigger one. So we're just gonna half-ass hand draw it. So you guys came down. It opens up into this big cavern, and basically when you guys go in, mossy paths run between patches of stout Trillamock and a forest of towering Zockwood, whose caps scrape the 40-foot ceiling. So basically there's a lot of fungus and plant material-esque, and they are growing up to the top of this thing.
I'm kind of curious about the fungus. I just want to
Okay.
take a look at it.
Give
I'm
me-
not touching it. I'm just looking to see if I can identify it or anything.
Give me a nature check.
And I'll, before I take a look at it, I say something in deep speech, little prayer, and cast guidance on myself.
I'm gonna click a button on my mall.
Let's go to
And
the
then
mall.
when you see the back just illuminate and flame, and it actually like radiates and creates a light source.
Oh, okay.
16.
16. That's good enough. So what you see is the Trillamock is a mushroom that grows to the height of 4 to 5 feet. It has a broad gray-green cap with a light gray stalk.
Okay.
The cap's leathery surface can be cut and cleaned to make maps, hats, and scrolls. Its surface can be taken as dyes. The stalk can be cleaned and soaked in water for hours and dried to be food that has the consistency of bread.
Alright.
And you know that each stalk provides about 1d6 plus 4 pounds of food.
So they're big.
Yeah, so they're big. So
Okay.
these are 4 to 5 feet, big-ass mushrooms.
Alright.
And then the Forest of Towering Zockwood, or yeah, I guess it'd be Zirkwood, is a mushroom that grows up to 40 feet high. So this kind of patch is growing all the way to the top.
Wait, looks like there's another
It's
one.
large, grain-like spores are edible. Provides a certain amount of dice rolls for food. But this fungus is mostly important for its hardy woody stalks. It's most of the sources for timber in the Underdark.
Okay.
It's usually made to make bridges, rafts, and all kinds of things. Skilled crafters can stain, sand, polish, and bring out the fabulous patterns of the Zirkwood.
So I point out the first one, and I say, hey, it looks like we can use this one for food. That one over there looks like we can use for a wood substitute.
Well, that's pretty good. I mean, if we need wood, if we need me to make something with fabricate, we can always use that as wood. But Young Bull, do you want to chop down some of that mushroom for food so we have, I don't know how much chicken you have left.
No, I'm good. Let's keep going.
And as you guys are in here, you see a path off here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 paths off of. So we'll just mark where you guys came in at. And then you guys see all those.
Giving me 10 minutes.
Hey, take your time, man.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Then I'll spend 10 minutes casting Detect Magic just to have it
Okay.
in case something pops.
Where are you at when you're casting?
I mean, show that shirt off.
Anywhere in particular?
Give her
Just kind of in
some
the
credit.
room, leaning up against some stuff.
Just sitting in the middle as my party watches my back while I
Okay.
ritually cast.
What is everyone else doing?
I actually will ritually
10
cast it
minutes.
too because I can do it now as well, and I just want to keep trying to practice ritually casting since this is a new thing for me.
I will.
These things are over here.
I will be spinning my weapons around and watch as they glow with a divine fire.
Okay.
You can turn that if you want to show it even better.
Are there any structures in here, or is it all natural cavern?
All natural cavern.
Okay.
Oh, poly.
Oh, we got Polly back.
Yeah, I guess just stand around.
Okay.
Watching out.
How's your
Listen
pot been going? How's your pot been growing?
Nobody wants to go
I'm
exploring by
growing,
themselves for 10 minutes?
Hmm?
No one wants to go exploring by themselves for 10 minutes?
You know what? You got it. I'll explore.
Before I sit down and we start casting our rituals, Matthias, do you have any spare vials? Empty vials, preferably.
Yes, I do. What do you need them for?
If you don't mind, if I can just get a couple of them from you.
Of course.
There's the dog from
2
my 3D
vials.
prayer
All right.
earlier.
I grabbed 2 vials from Matthias and I'm adding them to my equipment.
Okay.
I will dock a vial from my bag of infinite vials.
All right, I'm sending you
What?
all of my
What
things
thing?
from now on.
Do you
Just tell
legitimately
me
have
how
the
much it
vials
costs
on?
to print it.
Okay. All right.
It's more time than materials, and so I'll let you know when I have time.
Okay. Just saying, if I get another mini, I'll just send.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna test them out. and
I'll
see how
buy
it
the
goes.
$9
Yeah.
fucking thing and then
It's 8.
send
It's
it.
8. I checked it.
Oh, 8, and then send it to you, and
Mhm.
you just tell me how much the filament costs, and I'll pay you.
Yeah, I'm gonna test it out on a couple things and then see how it works, and then if they're good, then I'm gonna print mine, and then
Is this
after
hollow?
that,
No,
no,
that's not hollow.
it's got a
It's
structure
just
in it.
light.
So
Surprising.
And then after I get the vials from Matthias, I'm
I
just
like
going
how
to
it
sit
put-
down with Carl and start doing the ritual with him.
I like
Okay.
how I put the W.
I say it.
Pad.
But everything you say, I repeat back in deep speech.
I like how I put the M on the bottom or the W. Either way.
So
Are we fighting a giant dog tonight?
yeah, I'll add it in there.
A hellhound, dire dog.
Spider
Sounds like
goes
something
with-
you would order at like a baseball stadium for.
Right. Like
Get yourself
like
a
the
dire
fucking-
dog.
Like you go to the New Jersey Blue
It's a,
Devils and you want to get a dire dog.
Yeah.
So I would
It's
say,
a Sonic promotion. For
as
the
you
next
guys
Mad
start
Max
casting
movie.
the detect magic, I'd say Matthias, Chip, and Geist. You hear 2 voices coming from, like, we'll say this bottom one.
Okay.
What do we hear them saying?
Well, that was your passives, or you're actually gonna try and like listen?
Sure.
Mm-hmm. You heard me that I said my passive went up. Right?
What is it now?
18.
My passive investigation went up.
My character page broke.
19
19.
on the die.
5 plus something.
We'll say Chip hears it.
It's funny. We leveled up and my passive perception and perception skill or wisdom skill is back to where it was when I was in Aarakocra.
So after you start hearing the voices and you kind of start to like listen a little bit closer, do you guys stop your things? Or
No, we're
No.
just still going.
Okay.
We don't obviously hear
I don't
anything.
tell them about it.
Do you?
We're just listening.
Okay. So you start listening, and it kind of sounds like just kind of friendly banter between two people.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of just talking about food, and you hear,
My precious.
yeah, it's more like kind of a deep guttural
Yeah.
voice, and it's seems kind of upbeat. They're just talking about food, and you hear like them talking about fungus and stuff, and then they mention spider people and fishy folk, and they're just kind of
Are they
having like, a
speaking in
conversation.
common?
Yeah.
Okay. I will relay this information to Matthias and ask him, what do you think? Do we wait for these guys, or do we want to go around and make some friends?
Ooh, actually, never mind.
What are they speaking?
Do either of you understand? Well, what language do you speak?
I speak deep speech and undercommon.
Okay.
I speak Common and Dwarvish. And I'm guessing Aarakocra? Aryan? Because, I mean, I knew it before I died. Like, would my mind have changed that much to where I lost the ability to speak the
I
language?
don't know
that
how
I had?
reincarnate works. I don't think reincarnate works like that. So I think you lose the capability of. You don't have the bird features that allowed you to understand that language, so you no longer understand that language.
Okay. Whatever. Then I speak Dwarvish and Common.
So I'm gonna retcon all that and say you can't
I hear.
understand. Roll me insight instead.
Well, if
You
wait
roll me
until
insight
I
too.
finish, you
Okay.
can tell me to listen.
No.
Insight, you said. 14.
Nope.
You kind of get like the cadence to it, and it
Mhm.
seems
Jovial.
yeah, not anger. There's, like,
Jovial.
you're talking back and forth.
Then I tell you, there's two people talking down that path over there. Can I tell how far?
It's kind of echoing through the
Right.
the-
They don't seem like they're right around the
I was
corner.
gonna call it a hallway, but that's not a hallway. The little like cavern.
That's fine.
So, just that might be our first heading.
Or not.
Well, it's always good to make new friends, isn't it?
I don't think you make friends in a place like this.
Well,
As being one that has dived into a lot of dungeons, people aren't here to make friends.
there's always something new.
I mean, if you want to go down there, feel free.
I will wait until the full party can walk with me.
Are you sure? I mean, I implore you to go investigate.
You want to come with me?
No.
Okay then. I'll wait.
Perhaps young bull over there would stand guard at the hallway in case he hears you screaming.
So the 10 minutes goes off, and you don't get any new pings from obviously the obvious stuff.
So, anything
You
happened
cast it
while
too,
we
right?
were casting our spell?
Yeah, I could hear some people talking down this hallway over here. I don't know if we want to go check it out. They seem to be, having a friendly conversation. I couldn't really understand what they were saying.
Oh.
I don't know if you want to listen, see if you can hear them.
Were they speaking in a language you don't understand?
Of course.
Oh, alright. Well, I will ping comprehend languages with my helm.
Okay.
And I'll just kind of keep an ear out and see if I can listen and hear if they're
Give me a
still talking.
perception check.
While that's going on, is there any magic auras? Okay.
Nothing new. I'm not gonna count the magic HUD.
Yeah.
By the way, does anybody need these? And I take off the goggles of night.
You don't need them anymore.
Nope.
Give him the young bull. He's the only one who can't see.
I will pass them the young bull.
Okay. He has them in his hand.
Thanks. He'll put them on.
You realize you're too far away to kind of understand.
So, with no current leads, do we want to see who these people are?
Wouldn't hurt. Do we know what they're speaking?
I think I need to get a bit closer to see exactly what they're saying.
Cast guidance on you.
Thank you. And
I mean-
I will lead the party stealthily down this tunnel.
Okay. I'm not gonna move him unless it hurts.
20.
So stealth's fine. So we'll say you get up to the opening, and then give me another perception check. We'll say with advantage this time, so you're kind of already.
I'm gonna move up there with him too.
Okay.
19.
19.
Roll
You hear giant and orcish.
giant and orcish. So, unless they're very versed in different languages, it sounds as if they're speaking giant and orcish.
I rolled a 9 for stealth to sneak with Carl.
Okay. We'll say so. You get up first, and you're kind of listening, and like you hear him kind of like trot up to you, and then once you relay that information, you go back to listen again, and you realize the voices have stopped.
Can I take a peek in?
I kind of drew this awkwardly.
Is everybody with us?
I would have moved up there, but I rolled a 6 on my stealth, so they probably heard me cling clanging.
I came up behind Lord Howard Phillips. And Young Bull is holding the rear.
Nah, don't worry about it when it happens.
Where's guys?
Well, can Young Bull hear him? Hear them?
Yeah, because Young Bull speaks giant.
Then yeah, he'll understand the giant part.
Does he speak giant? Let me just make sure.
He does. He's
I
a
think
Goliath.
I think they speak giant.
They do.
So when you guys open up into that, it looks about the cavern about. It doesn't stretch too much farther. It stretches out to about here.
Okay.
So that'll continue up about that far. And you see that there is a you look at the ceiling and there are needle sharp stalactites that are dripping from this 30-foot ceiling. There is more fungus, but it's various now. You kind of saw 2 in this room, and there's like even more kinds in this room. And then as you peek around, you see. Even though you guys probably already know, you see that
Oh yeah.
kind of standing there, and it's trying to hide, but it's like hiding behind a microphone. He's just like, but you see like both heads.
So I'm
The
gonna
bodies.
go back to Howard.
I'm right behind you.
Prepare yourselves. I'm going to try to communicate, but this might not end well.
I will unleash the appendage.
I cast guidance on Carl, and I go, if you need speaking help, I'm behind you.
All right. Hello, friend.
How long do your comprehend languages?
I can cast it at will.
And how long does it? Like, can you communicate and hear? Is it both ways?
It's just I understand what they say, but they don't understand what I'm saying if
Okay.
they don't understand common. So I'm just gonna speak and say, "Hello, friend. I understand you're speaking in different languages. I'm hoping you understand common, but we would like to speak. We aren't here just to fight you."
You hear like they both kind of like both heads are right here, and you hear one of them say "we do" in giant, and then the other one say, "It's kind of like, what's your business?" in orc.
Well, we're making our way down the mountain. We don't necessarily have any specific business here other than just heading downwards. We figured if, you weren't trying to be violent with us, we don't want the same. We were wondering if maybe you would have any insight that would assist us, and maybe we could give you some food or something, or money if interested for your troubles.
You hear them both kind of like perk up when you said money, and they both kind of look at each other, and you can hear them kind of converse back and forth.
We've fought these things before, right?
Probably.
In level 2, I think. There was 2 of them down a hallway with a fucking
I think so. Yeah.
with a fucking giant metal
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And
The
you
last
go,
time they weren't very nice.
Well, they haven't attacked us yet, so
Right.
I'm always going to go with the try to talk first if they don't seem immediately violent.
So they kind of look at each other. They kind of start conversing back and forth, and then you see that their heads kind of like sync up, and they're both speaking at the same time, and it's coming out common.
Okay.
So it kind of like melds in together and then comes out common. And they're like, "We like money."
All right. Well, I have some friends back here. They're also not wanting to fight. So, is there anything dangerous in this room, or can we all just converse together? You're doing a very good job trying to hide back there. It was hard for me to see you. I know some people like to set traps. I just want to make
It
sure
was
we're not
11 on stealth.
stepping into one.
So you see, trying to see if there's anything dangerous. You see anything? There's no danger here.
All right. Well, would you like to step out and meet my friends, and we can have a nice conversation, and I'd be happy to pay you some money.
You see him just walk straight forward and just knock over whatever fungi there was in front.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
wait, we're friends.
I'm gonna step out too after this.
And we'll just I'll kind of not sheath it, but I'll attach my maul to my back for now.
I feel like it's like the cable thing where you just hold it back here and then the magnet kicks on. Shoot!
And then Polly just kind of flies up and sits on my shoulder. And I step out and I say, so what are your names?
My name's Jibba, and this name's Jabba.
Oh, so
And you
I'm
see like
assuming-
one arm point at one, and then the other arm point at the other one.
So I'm assuming you all enjoyed talking then.
We like to conversate.
All right. Well, so is there any information you have that would help us figure out what's going on in this level of the mountain?
What do you mean?
Do you belong to any group around here, or are you just kind of on your own?
I have a friend, or we have a friend.
Oh, who would that be?
What's he called? He says, our friend over there, and he'll point. So right now, like he's standing like right here, and you guys are kind of in there. So for scale, this is 40 feet wide, and that's 30.
Okay.
So you could, I guess it's like that wide for scale. So, but he points, and it's more like this direction.
Okay. Like outside of this cave?
Yeah, like he's pointing through the wall and like just in this direction.
So is your friend, what race is he or she?
This look
What
up
race is that?
This race look up brought to us by Justin and his incredible deodorizing underwear. He can fart all night and you'll never smell it. Deodorizing underwear coming to a
They
Walmart near
go,
you.
what do you mean race?
Are they like you? Or different? Like,
No, they're not like us.
My friend here, he's a human. Is he more like him?
Yes, he looked like that one.
Oh, so human. Alright. Are they friendly as you are?
I know he's smart, he's small, and he have a big smile.
I see. Well, if I pay you some money, would you be willing to introduce us?
That's fine.
Alright. Well, here's 10 gold pieces.
You see him kind of like, both their hands kind of come together, and we want more.
I would pay you more when you introduce me to your friend. Is that okay?
You see them both kind of look at each other.
Persuasion check.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check.
Oh, let me take my gold real quick.
Actually, I'll just make it a DC.
So that means you wrote either really low or really high.
There was a marker in there. It hit a bunch. Well, I didn't know what to contest to add to.
13.
They aren't hyper intelligent.
But they're also very greedy.
That is true.
He said, like, no, we want more now.
I'll hand him another 10 gold.
More.
I think my friend has given you enough. I'm gonna try to persuade them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll persuasion. That's 23.
So we get more later.
Yes, I will give you more later if you introduce us and if we can maybe start some sort of talks with your friend and he can give us more information. There's more where that came from.
That's fine. And then...
Also, other than your friend, is there anything interesting down any of these other tunnels around here?
Interesting as in dangerous to us.
Well, the plants in here aren't dangerous.
Oh, all right. Well,
So are the plants somewhere else dangerous then?
There are dangerous ones.
What do they look like?
He kind of like, one of them kind of leans down and he kind of puts his hand about that far off the ground. And he says, it's this big. And it's, let me see. And it's the same color as us. And you see that one has like orange paint on his face.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one has red paint on his face.
so both of the colors of you?
Mm-hmm.
So orange and red.
Look like us, but small.
What does it do? Does it attack? Does it have poison?
Not that's fine.
Does it bite? Or does it emit something that hurts you? Okay, poison. All right. All right. Well, off to meet your friend.
And beware the spider people.
And where are they?
They're over in the caves that way. And he'll point.
So
If this is north, so north is up, he points east.
so that down that path right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So east.
I think the rest of us are just standing back. Right?
Question for you. Do you know what that is in your hand there? Other than money?
I don't understand.
Like, do you know what that is called? Other than the fact that it is currency and money.
It's coins.
Are there places down here that you can buy things with those coins?
Do you know the value of what you hold in your hand?
I know it's not enough.
Okay. How's this for you? And I give him 200 copper pieces.
So it's that in gold.
2.
It's 2 gold?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
it's
there's
200
200
coins.
So to them, it's like, holy shit, a lot of coins.
He kind of pisses, goes, more.
We already agreed. Can you please meet your friend and then there can be more?
Okay. And then
Now we know.
That they
Feels-
do understand.
No, I think it's
But they
just
don't
that they have
understand.
unending greed.
Oh, okay. Because
That they'll take quantity.
so I knew a
versus
guy when I was
quality.
a kid. He got paid $100 in a $100 bill, and he was sad because he thought he did a bad job, and they only paid him $1 because he didn't understand what
How
they
much it
was. So my mom had to give him $101 bills and take his $100, and then he was so freaking happy that he made that much money.
He goes, or they go, before we leave, do you guys want food?
I think we're all right.
And he'll
for
point
now.
at the fungus and stuff. Well, I guess from what you guys see and hear that's different.
So, what do the good food plants look like?
So this is a cask-shaped fungus that can be tapped and drained of water. So that one's in there.
Cask shaped?
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
It means it looks like a cask
It was
of
like a
beer.
barrel,
Looks like a barrel.
Oh, okay.
It's a cask.
So a barrel-shaped fungus that can be tapped for water.
which is sounds pretty cool because like
So
Yeah.
there is
it's a cactus that looks like a cask.
But it's also
A mushroom.
mushroom water.
Oh, I thought it was a cactus.
No, it's
No.
a mushroom.
Cask-shaped mushroom.
I don't know. I thought he was saying cactus.
There's
I don't know where
a
I could get a cactus from.
slender mushroom with a bright blue bell-shaped cap. And then there's also a shelf-like fungus resembling a mass of rotting flesh that's growing on the walls.
So, you said fungus looks like rotting flesh.
Yeah. And then there's a mushroom that's slender with a bright blue top, and then the cask-shaped fungus, and that's all that's in this room. And without giving me a nature check or something, you can kind of just assume that it's edible
Alright.
for what.
Alright, off we go.
And you see him as he kind of rips up one, and then like he feeds it to the other one. You see like their arms are kind of going across, and they start walking up, and then out the top. And then they start making their way across.
Okay. I will follow directly
So,
behind
here.
them
Yeah.
with my maul at the ready.
I'm gonna have my battle axe out.
Do they not like fire? So they're taking us in the direction of the spider people?
Yeah, they both
Or,
kind of
yeah.
pointed in the same way.
But to meet their friend that they were talking about, right?
Yeah. I just want to make sure if we're heading towards danger, to be ready.
I just wonder what he means by spider people.
Just gonna move one. You guys make it into here. So bigger room. This top portion here is about 50 feet, and then it's about 10 to 15 as it going. So that's kind of accurate.
And as we get in there, I'm going to say, so which way were the spider people from here?
I'll describe the room before you guys go in. No. So when you guys go into this room, it's kind of blank up here and through here, but there's like a break here, and there's all kinds of more fungus that's growing down here. Most of the stuff in there is stuff you've already seen. And then you see, as you guys walk in, they go, watch the ceiling. And you see them kind of like go in and look, and you just see them like, and they catch.
I bet I know what it is.
I hope I know what it is.
These things are freaking nasty.
What do you think it is?
Cloaker.
So it looks like they catch that out of the air.
Oh, it's not a cloaker.
And it is a medium-sized creature.
Do you need assistance with that?
You see them kind of like catch it, because I guess it's medium, so it's in there kind of large. So they kind of grab
They're
it.
huge, right?
Yeah, and then you just see them kind of throw it to the side, and they don't let those hit you. And you see it kind of scurry and start going back up.
I'm going to hit it.
Yeah, I'm gonna blast it with an Eldritch Blast when I see it. After they say don't, like they throw it, I'm
Okay.
just gonna go and throw some Eldritch Blast.
That's a 26 to hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up and hit it too.
17 for me for
Okay.
the first one.
That's a 22 to hit.
Okay. You all hit.
16 damage.
Okay.
And it takes 1d8 fire damage. Does that matter?
5.
Does the fire damage matter?
No.
9 plus 4 is 13 damage.
So you basically just all three of you walk up and just like obliterate this thing, and you see him kind of like, oh, no worry, they only dangerous when they up there.
Oh, all right.
And then
I
you guys
say,
look,
sorry.
and you can kind of see like another one start to move, and he's just go, don't step underneath them.
All right. Thank
What
you.
are these things called? Do you know?
Can I give a check to see if I know it?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Nope. 6.
Have I gotten
Do you
any
want a nature
magical
check?
pings yet?
Justin?
Hmm?
Do you want a nature check? If they kind of gave you a bland answer. Okay.
Do you get any magical pings by chance?
Not yet.
All right. Follow them along and watch out for the ceiling.
We're following the
So you guys work your way through.
leader.
Well, not really. You guys aren't really going that far. So he starts to lead you down this path.
I was hoping it was clovers. Those things are nasty.
And he goes, my friend down there. More.
You're supposed to introduce us. That was the deal. Go down and tell your friend we're okay.
I hand him 20 copper pieces.
Okay. Kind of looks at it. More.
We already gave you quite a bit, sir. I think you should be able to buy something very nice with what we have given you.
Give me a persuasion.
Can I assist him in some way?
6.
More.
Look, don't get too fucking greedy. You got your coins. You didn't make the introduction. You got enough.
Fine. And he'll start walking.
I like how you didn't even make me roll.
Well, because you're going to pass.
Sure, roll.
Okay.
Nat
We'll
one.
make it fair.
Nat one.
Yeah,
That's still good.
it's still really good.
What, 18?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when he says okay, I actually say, I look at him and I say, if we need more work, there will be more money in it for you to make.
Okay.
We might be able to use them if any situations get hairy.
Are they-
as say.
Are they walking back in the same direction that we just came from?
No, I thought he said he was walking into the cave
Yeah.
for the introduction.
He's gonna
Okay,
walk you guys.
all right. In your head, you hear me just agree with you. And then when Carl goes, I'll start following.
Yep, I'll be right behind.
And I'll put my maul away at first just to not seem
Okay.
like we're coming in there to fuck him up.
So when he walks you back, kind of like a 40-foot room, kind of opens up. It's like 40 by 20 with kind of cave.
It's a dwarf that they use as a hand puppet.
The walls are set with shelves at various heights that hold numerous gourds.
Yes, that's a squash.
Most of them contain. Well, I guess you have to look at that. A rough-hewn block of stone is in the middle of the cave that looks to serve as a table, and it looks to be covered in sets of alchemist supplies.
Ooh.
And then you guys see a humanoid figure that is messing with the supplies.
Greetings, friend.
What does the humanoid figure look like?
Is it good?
Does it look like Hallister as a fucking scarecrow again?
He looks like a normal human male. Nothing really distinguished about him, but he just kind of has like crappy robes on. Looks like he's been in here for a while. And
Human,
yes.
you said, right?
And he seems look up and he goes, "Ah, jibber jabber, you brought friends." He's like, did he get any money off of you?
He did.
Do you know how much?
Let's see.
Yeah, 2 gold from me.
20 copper, so 22 gold and 2 copper pieces.
That's never enough to get him to go away. And he kind of grabs a pouch and he kind of throws it, and you just see him, bye. And
Goodbye.
he starts to turn around and walk away.
I hope
So,
they were just like rocks.
My name is Carl. These are my friends. He told us about you, and I figured we don't know really what's going on this level of the mountain right now. So any info we could acquire from people not trying to injure us would be a welcome addition.
Yes, he says, the duo hasn't brought me friends in a while. He's like, I am the alchemist.
Is that what you go by, or do you have a specific name?
If I had one, I haven't known it for some time.
Oh, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? You appear to be human, but if it's taken you enough time to forget your name, I'm just wondering, are you in fact human, or is there something else?
Could be effects of the mushrooms if he's been eating them.
Maybe.
Malicious message is good.
What?
Malicious message is good.
He'll say, he goes, honestly, I can't remember. All I remember is the past year. I got taken, and this is where I've been, so I don't remember much.
So you're captive?
I guess.
What race is he?
Human.
Oh, he is human.
Mhm.
Okay.
So,
What do you mean you were taken?
Not really sure where from. I just woke up in here, and all I know is this cave. And then met Jibber and Jabber over there, and he was nice enough not to kill me, and I appreciate that.
What do you do in here? You make stuff for people, or?
He goes, I make potions.
Oh. Do you have any for sale by chance?
And what kind?
Also, how old does this guy look?
I'd say like 30s. He's kind of got like an unkept kind of beard going on, and kind of hair. It's kind of pulled back.
You were
It's
here
not-
for 2 weeks.
Does
It
it
was
look
nice
like-
to spread out.
Does it look like he's trying to keep well kept, or is it kind of like just getting mangy and he's just whatever?
I guess to a point. Once it gets kind of hectic, he kind of starts shaving it off. It doesn't look even or anything.
Oh, but what does it look like he's trying to practice? Like,
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to determine how mad he might be.
So it seems as if he's being held. Somebody kidnapped him and put him here.
I was
And he
gonna say-
doesn't remember much, but he said he's been here for quite some time.
He said about a year.
About
he
a
can
year.
remember.
What's keeping you here?
Let me read this so you guys can fill in more. If he hasn't.
Okay.
We met a friendly Etten. Their name is Jibber and Jabber.
That's a two-headed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like two-headed ogre.
We know that there are drought to the east. We know that there are plants that are dangerous. They're about 4 foot tall, blue and red. And
Well, spider people.
Spider people. So
Could
that's
be-
not
it could be
specific.
I assume
minor.
drought.
It could be people like Shun.
And they poison people, the plants.
Are we still in Skullport?
No,
No, we're
on
on
the next
level 4. You should have leveled your character
I
up
did.
to level 8.
I did.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't get the pirate ship.
Gerald is dead.
What about, what about
Arthur?
yeah.
He's
He
back
is-
at Azrock.
What killed him?
We don't know. We have no idea. We don't even know if he's dead.
He's
just
look.
MIA.
He stayed there to look for his friend.
No. I mean, what killed girl?
We
We
don't
don't
know.
know.
We don't even know
we,
he's
ju-
dead.
we could not
Yeah.
find his
He could've
him
just-
as a creature, and we could not send
Could've just
anything
left.
to him.
'Cause
Though,
we, like,
does sending work
see
between levels?
I mean, that's
I don't know if we know.
question for the DM.
We don't know if sending works between levels.
Sending works everywhere.
Unless something's blocking it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, does he have potions for sale?
Oh, yes. So he goes,
Thanks for the recap, guys.
he says, yes, I wouldn't call it for sale. It's usually for trade. I usually request wherever I need some to harvest some fungus so I can help remake these.
I see. So what type of potions are you
So
offering up for grabs?
So he says, so he holds up one, and it's a clear concoction, and it looks like it has bits of salt and soot kind of swirling around it. And he goes, well, this one helps me communicate with Gibber and Jabber, and I've been feeding it to them for a long time so they can speak.
So potion of comprehend languages, basically.
Yes. I just modified it for the Gibber Jabber thing.
I see. Anything else? I think we have that covered.
And then he holds up a second one that's an amber colored one.
It's the color of my energy.
And he goes, this one I've been working on for a while. If you drink it, you get the benefits of a rest without actually taking one.
Short or long?
How much for that?
Yeah, because you could use that like crazy.
I could use that.
What fungus and how much of it for those potions? Those type.
He says if you want either one, I require 20 pounds of edible fungi and 5 tongues of madness to keep everything going.
And what was the tongues of madness?
Yeah,
How many?
5.
Where would we find these tongues of madness?
He goes, the edible ones I have, usually Gibber and Jabber get them for me, but since you want to trade, I'm going to request that you get them for me. And the tongues of madness...
And how much did he save each?
20 pounds of edible, 5 tongues of madness.
Yep.
Thank you.
And...
I got those backwards.
And do we need to bring you the trade first, or do we get the potions first and then we go get your trade?
Doesn't seem like how things work when it comes to purchasing.
I'm not going to respond to that question.
Yeah.
I'll give you my shoe, and you can hold it until I get back.
Would there be any amount of money that would make you willing to part with the potion that imitates a rest?
He says,
Any amount. Name an amount.
He says, as of right now, I gave my last coin to Gibber and Jabber, but as of right now and here, I have no use for coin. The Tongues of Madness is what I've had trouble keeping in stock. Gibber and Jabber only go so far, and they're only so smart.
So, two questions.
I'm not sure where they're at in the cave, but I would appreciate if you would go harvest some and find some and bring them back.
So that's one answer. And the second answer is, do you have interest in getting out of here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's keeping you here? Like, what is keeping? You've been here for a year. Why not leave?
This is with the loss of my memory. This has kind of been my home for the past year, and I hate to say it, I have 2 friends across the way, and I would not like to leave them behind.
So, last question from me. Does a dwarven man come and visit you at any time?
Who's the dwarven man you're talking about? Halister.
Halister's not dwarven.
He's human.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought he was human. That's
Yeah,
what
I
Halister's-
think Halister's a-
No,
He's
he's human.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that it's a curse on you?
He kind of just, I have no idea. I've kind of accepted my place, and that's where I am.
I'm gonna
So
cast Identify on him. Oh, sorry.
You're fine. I was just gonna say I'm gonna describe Halister as I knew him to him.
As he starts describing him, I change into Halister. or disguise self into Hallister.
Have you ever met a man that looks like this? I'm trying to figure out who captured you.
Yes, I am that man.
That is the man in the mirror.
You see him when you turn into Hallister. You see him look puzzled and scared at the same time, like he's not sure why he's frightened.
So it's like he recognizes him but doesn't know why.
Yes.
He looks scuzzled.
So he's like, I've
I dropped
never
it.
seen.
I apologize.
I guess kind of give like an insight to see if I can understand his feelings more.
Okay.
I cast Identify. It takes me a minute, and I touch him. Like, listen,
Would you allow me to touch you and cast a spell?
Yes.
18.
Do I have your
18.
consent?
That's pretty much what you get.
Okay.
You get like,
But it's like he fears him.
Confused
out of
fear.
Is it just confused fear, or is it like?
Yeah.
But does he?
Subconscious.
I guess it's like, kind of see if he kind of like recognized him, and that's why he's afraid, rather than.
I guess to
Or
a
is he
point.
just too hard to read?
Yeah, it's more just like.
Okay.
Really, he's scared. He has no clue why. It's kind of the first time he's seen. He's like, just it kind of triggered something, and he's not really sure.
Okay.
Do I have your consent to check and see? I'm gonna cast an Identify spell on you to see if I can figure out what is keeping you here and or what is going on with your memory.
Give me a persuasion check.
It's gonna backlash. Probably off you.
Also, does he have any insignias or anything?
No.
on his clothing?
Well, when I read the description, he's kind of so. I'll take it back. He is a shrabbily dressed young man. So I'll still put him in his 30s, but
Okay.
That would be a natural 20 that goes up to a 22.
he goes, I guess that's fine.
I lay my hand on him.
And what does Identify do for a person?
If you instead touch
Touch all their properties. How it
touch a
works.
creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. So if it has a modified memory, or if it has a curse on it, or any of that stuff, I would know what spell was affecting that person.
If it's a spell.
In your head, you hear me ask, do you have Greater Restoration prepared?
Not today.
If it's a spell. It could be a
But
spell.
if it's a curse, I don't have Greater Restoration or Remove Curse, but we could come back tomorrow. I mean, it's already 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We could camp sometime.
After we do some shit.
Yeah, we do some shit. We come back. We
gotta bring him
save
back
this dude.
herbs anyway.
Yeah, we get our potions from him, and then we fix him and deuce double goose.
Yeah, that potion is
Fucking ridiculous. Yeah,
So,
it helps everybody in the party but me.
Sure does.
It will.
so I'm not going to say
Let's step
spells.
back on short
I'm just going to
rests.
say what the condition is.
Yeah.
So basically, he has somewhat of a memory wipe,
Right.
and then also there's more of a transfiguration spell.
There's a transfiguration spell and a modified,
Kind of
a
like
memory.
Memory-esque.
So I could remove curse to get rid of the memory thing, and I could dispel magic to get rid of the transfiguration if I wanted to.
I guess you could try.
I could try. I would just have to roll.
Give me an insight.
Well, I think a greater restoration.
Yeah, Greater Restoration would be due. But Greater Restoration only does
11.
one
Um,
effect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd say
I thought
you're.
all effects plus-
You kind of get a gist of what's affecting him, but you're not sure how to
I think.
remove it
I don't know.
or fix
Maybe
his situation.
maybe I can think about it more later and
That's fine.
take a 20 on it.
So, do you ever watch which way they might head towards to get these things for you normally?
Or maybe can you describe to us what the the tongues of madness look like, so we know what we're looking for when we go out in the world?
Like tongues. From something maddening, probably.
Well,
So-
it could just be a mushroom.
Good answer.
Could be.
Yeah, it could just be a plant or a mushroom, a leaf.
Or a giant dog's tongue.
Or a giant dog's tongue that we have to kill.
So he describes them, and he says that the tongues of madness look like large human tongues.
Okay.
That walk around.
That
But
grow.
they are a plant that just appear that way, correct?
I was hoping it was a blue flower with red thorns.
He goes, yeah, that's usually when Gibber and Jabber do come across them. They do. That's usually what they look like.
All right. Well, we will. And did you know have any idea which tunnel they usually go down to acquire these? And they mentioned spider people. Have you had any interactions with them?
He says, I've heard the duo bring them up a couple times. I have not seen them. He's usually the one that ventures out. I'm a little too small and still getting used to. I've only ventured so far down here.
I see. And you mentioned other friends. Where would they be, and who are they? Oh, those two. All right. I see.
Do I see anything different?
Once you get to
about
know
him?
them, you realize that they're two different people.
Do I see anything different about him through the robe of eyes? Like, if I will peer into the ethereal plane, is there any type of aura?
No.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Maybe this
Nothing stands out. Obviously.
fucking thing that I wear
Yeah.
isn't completely useless.
All right. Well, I think
You can
we'll-
see invisible things.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And so far, that's happened once.
Okay, you also have dark vision to 120 feet.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, yeah.
Sorry, the campaign's not catered to your character. Jeez.
So, we will make our way to try to find your plants. Would you all like to
I wanted to look at something.
check the tunnel to the...
Because you asked him like where you should head, right?
Yeah.
If you want to talk, I'll figure it.
Maybe we should try the tunnel to the south first. It seemed like there was a lot of plant life there.
He just needs 20 pounds of edible plants, so
That's
know what
all.
those
That's
look
all
like.
right there.
Yeah,
we
So
figured
that's the
that
easy
out.
part. That's all pretty much
Yeah,
over there.
We found all the edible plants.
20 pounds per potion.
Yes. Per potion.
Luckily, we
We
have
a
like.
lot
so-
of bag of holding.
I was gonna say, luckily we have like 12 bags of holding in this party. I think everybody has one, but who doesn't have one?
Young bull, I think.
No, Young Bull has
he
one.
goes.
You're the one that doesn't have a bag.
I've only ventured so far. If you go on the back of the duo's,
No, young bull doesn't have.
call it a house, I guess.
Every one of
The
those
bottom
two
part
have
leads to the river, and then he's like, I've gone down this tunnel a little bit, and I know I've seen 2 ropers down there. That's usually why I don't go. And then he points south, and he says, I've never entered this cave, but it looks to be made of crystals.
I see. All
So
right.
that's south. So crystals here, ropers there, and then he says on the other side of the duo's home, there's a river.
Can I ask you? You said there's a
That's-
river. How big is the river?
Guess it stretches 30 feet across, I guess. I haven't ventured any farther than that.
Okay.
So,
And I know the duo can't swim, so I wouldn't ask them to do
so you all want to head towards the crystals first? That seems interesting.
I think Gibber and Jabber might know where the tongues are.
We could check with them.
But
And
we'll
while
have
we
to
go
pay
over
them
there, we
again.
can just get the
Info.
40 pounds of edible mushrooms over in their direction, since it's
Well,
over
why
that
not?
way anyway.
Why not get as much as we can? I mean, we could probably get a couple of these potions each.
It's not a bad idea.
You know,
Let's head out.
All right.
because if it's a long rest,
And we'll keep an eye out for those things on the ceiling.
Okay,
As we
so you guys
head
are
back
heading
to Jabber and Jabber.
Okay.
We're gonna stop and get the edible plants.
in the middle where we came down.
And
Okay.
yeah. So do we have to do a roll to acquire these or anything?
Just time to cut them down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, when I'm collecting my share, I'm just gonna cast Mage Hand and just hold my bag open and just.
So we're gonna if
Yeah,
there's
'cause some of them should be able to be picked by hand. And then obviously the big Zerktwood ones, you'll probably need an axe or something like that.
Well,
But
Young
the
Bull has
smaller
an axe.
ones that are about 4 to 5 feet, or the blue-capped ones, those are good enough. Like,
so
those
we're
are easy to
each
harvest.
going to try to acquire 40 pounds apiece if we can.
Okay.
So it's
up
Whatever
to you.
order
How
you
long
want.
does that take?
How many potions does he have?
We don't know.
We didn't. I don't think we
He
have.
says that he knows how to make 2 that he's made before.
Okay.
So,
I guess we'd ask him before he left, like how many does he have and how many is he able to make in a okay amount of time, so we don't waste our time getting more herbs than we do.
Even if we do, we could consider those tips.
Has 200 pounds of edible fungi.
It's just funny because every time I hear you guys say the word edibles, I think of
I know.
So
something
he
that's
says he currently
not
has
just food.
two of the rest
all
ones because of the tongues that are so hard to get a hold of, and there's 3 of the comprehend languages.
Could you tell me how long does it take you to make these potions? So if we got maybe more than what you need of these things that you could make extras, like how long does it normally take you to
He
process
says
these?
the language one takes only a couple hours. The long rest one takes full 8 hours to create.
So for now,
428 or 4d8?
8 hours to create.
Oh, 8 hours.
so we'll get enough for the 2 he has, and then give him enough maybe to make 2 more for us. But I don't think we have enough time to wait for too many of them.
Yeah.
So we'll try to acquire a total of 80 pounds. So the ones that he has, and then 2 more to be made.
So
And then we need to find 20 tongues of madness.
someone give me a nature check.
You got it.
Who has nature?
Yeah, who is proficient in nature?
I think so.
I am not.
I'm just really smart.
We'll make it specific.
I've got a very high nature.
Oh, let me see if you can roll this.
Nope. 0.
Nope.
Okay, I guess anybody wants to roll nature check again.
Nat 20 plus 5.
Oh!
Okay.
14 plus 5, so 19.
Okay.
That's also good.
So you guys put your heads together, and you realize that are they both in the same room? They are both in the same room. So you guys head back into Jibber and Jabber's home, and looking around, you realize that there are 2 types that would yield the most amount of food in the quickest time.
Okay. So, how much time for 80 pounds?
I'm sorry. There's 1 type in the first room, and then there's 2 more types. Well, you guys only went in that first room. So you guys see the mushrooms that grow to like 4 to 5 feet, and you realize that those are probably close enough that'll yield in the most amount of time.
Okay.
Also, what would be how much would that weigh? Like a 4 to 5 foot fungi would already weigh like 20 pounds.
Well, this is what I described to you the first time, and
That's
it
why I
yields-
suggested going back to where we came in.
it's 1d6 plus 4 pounds of food for each one. So you guys, yep.
Who's rolling the d6s?
I'm just gonna do a time.
Oh, okay.
Well, we'll see what the first one does, and then we'll go from there. That's not bad. So, actually, yeah. So the first one yields 10 pounds of food because I maxed it out. The second one deals 7, and you guys are trying to get 40.
Yep. So we're at 17.
8.
Well, we were trying to get 80.
25.
but if
80.
What
that's-
do we need? We don't need 80.
Well, we were going to buy the 2, which we need 44, and then
Oh.
give them enough to make 2 more, which would be a total of 80.
Of the comprehend languages one.
No, of
No, the rest.
The rest.
Because I have the
Oh,
helm, so we
okay.
don't need the
He can
comprehend
already
languages.
comprehend languages.
So he needs both to make that potion. I thought it was just the tongues to make the potion.
No,
The
both.
rest. Okay.
Yeah, for whichever ones we want, it's the
Alright.
same cost.
What were you at now?
So we
It
have
was
10,
10, 7,
7,
and 8.
So we're
So
at
that's 20
25.
stalks. Another 10.
So that's 35.
9.
44.
5.
49.
10.
59.
6.
65.
9.
65.
74.
And then the last one's 7.
So we'll take enough just to make
81.
So,
how
you
much
guys,
time did we spend doing
so you
that?
guys chop down 7 stalks, and we'll say it can't take that long.
If we're all like helping out here.
So 10.
No, that was more like 10 stalks.
Yeah, it was 10.
Yeah, you said 7 stalks.
Oh, yeah, sorry. 10 stalks. So we'll say it takes, I don't know, a couple minutes per stalk. So,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Well,
20
plus-
minutes, half an hour to try
plus,
and,
I mean,
chop 'em
Youngbo's got an
down.
axe, and I have an axe.
Yeah.
So we could both be working on 2 separate things at the same time. We don't have to be working together.
So we'll say
he
it's a half
takes
an hour
one,
to
you take me.
get all 10 of them, get them manageable, so, because they're like
Chopped up to
5
put in the
4-foot
bags.
stalks, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Young
we'll
will
say like half
take
an
the
hour.
extra pound that we harvest of the 80 of the 80
Ooh, it makes
and he
sense.
will package it up and put
Make
it
some
away.
We'll head
mushroom
to speak
stew.
to Jibba Jabba
Some
to see if they
miso.
can point us in the right direction for the tongues.
Yeah.
And you guys, when you guys go in there, they're both sitting down, and they're both just kind of just like picking at stuff.
I'll walk in first, and I pull out 5 platinum pieces.
Hold on. Don't pay them yet. I have an idea. Something they might find a little more interesting than money.
Okay.
Hello, friends.
Is your comprehend languages still going?
I can do it at will.
Oh,
so
okay.
I would trigger it when I walked in.
Did you see the first one kind of speaks in giant and he says, "Oh, you're back."
Yes, we were wondering if you could provide us with a bit of information. I have something kind of interesting for you if you can do so.
You see them both. They kind of look at each other. More.
Yes, but I have a feeling once I give it to you, you might like it so much that you won't be able to tell us what we need to know, so...
You see them. They're kind of like confused. Okay.
So, your friend back there said that, you know where to get tongues of madness? The tongue-looking, that thing? Flowers?
Mm-hmm.
Can you point us in the right direction?
That way. And he points east.
Near the spider people?
Mm-hmm.
Were there the things on the
I'm
ceiling?
gonna insight check that.
Okay.
Is it past the things on the ceiling that come down and hurt you? The ropers, as your friend called them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
What'd you get?
16.
Yeah.
Telling the truth.
Mm-hmm. If it changes, I didn't want to. They're not highlighted when they're in the text, but if it changes, I'll. But
I'm gonna say, and here's your gift for that. And I'm gonna pick up a stone and I'm gonna tinker it for a second, and then all of a sudden it starts like emanating fart noises. Just like every couple seconds, it's like, and I hand it to him.
you just see they both take.
Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy your new toy. Bye.
See ya.
And we will head towards the ropers.
Alright.
So you guys walk back.
Checking the ceiling.
Yeah.
As we do.
Yeah, so you guys check and you can kind of see it once they start moving and you get close enough so you can kind of like, every once in a while one will fall, but you just kind of dodge out the way and you
then
kind of
there's
see
so
it just.
Is the
slow.
dead one still sitting there?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab it, and I want to take a look at it and try to discern what makes these things so dangerous from the ceiling and not on the ground.
Okay.
What do you want me to roll for that?
Give me nature.
Can I give another nature check to just see if I know what it is?
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself before I start looking at it.
Okay.
I love being able to use like silly class features. Right? I was like, these dumbasses are gonna love a little
10.
box.
10.
a fat box.
Staring at it, you realize that it moves very slow on the ground. So its only thing is that it kind of gets up to the top and then just releases.
Does it have teeth on it? Do I see teeth or any
It kind of has like
pincers? Oh,
like
okay,
a kind of a
yeah,
beaky
yeah.
thing on the front.
Okay.
And like one big eyeball, and it looks like there's.
How big are they?
It says medium.
Medium size.
So that's what an uncircumcised penis looks
Oh,
like.
okay.
Jeez, that's
It's
They
a
are-
graboid.
They
It's a
are
fucking
pretty big.
graboid.
All right, so
What'd you roll on your nature?
Oh, I didn't.
They're under
You want me to do this at disadvantage because I already tried to ascertain what it is? No. Okay.
I watched that the other night.
It's not that
Yeah,
crucial of a
right now.
creature.
16.
Yeah.
16.
I couldn't make it past the first one.
So
Oh my
The
god.
second one's not that bad.
I
The rest of them are bad.
I watched 5 and 6.
it usually blends
Graboids
perfectly in
Africa
with the
and
stalactites
graboids
up
on
top.
ice.
And then a piercer is the larva form of a roper.
Oh, wow.
And the two creatures
It's like one of
often
the
attack
fighting
in
things
tandem.
you
The
go
rock-like
fight through the
shells
sky.
encases the piercer's body that makes it look like blah 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 blah. When its eyes and mouth are closed,
And what I like
they are
is the
distinguishable
ones
from
that
rock
have, like, little,
formations.
like pucks on the
They
sides
can
of their
see
heads
and
with the two
respond to
legs.
noise to
They
heat, waiting
remind
for
me-
living creatures to go beneath them, and then they fall to attack. Has a chance of missing the fallen. Blah 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 blah. That's it.
But they won't attack if they're on the ground.
No,
Okay. I will relay this.
it literally says in their thing it only happens when they drop.
Okay.
The one thing I think I'm more interested in is the fact that they're roper larvae.
Yeah.
That's what's intriguing.
And you guys look around, and there was,
Actually.
including the one you killed, there looked to be about 8 in this room.
Wow.
So where do you guys want to go? Do you guys want to go south towards the crystal room or over towards?
Well, guys, whenever one of them drops, do we want to fucking just kill it before it goes back up?
Not really worried
Just
about it.
dodge him.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if we got to make a fast getaway, do we want to have to be like, whoop, 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 or do we just kill all these fucking things and then not have to worry about them?
I think enough of us in here are passively good enough at seeing what's going on in the rooms as we pass through them.
As you
so
can
I
literally
don't think
watch
it's a
them
worry.
go and just kind of.
Yeah. Don't need to waste our time on
Yeah.
this.
Anyway,
I was just
Crystal
wondering.
Cave or Spider People?
Well, east is where
Jabber
The
jab.
tongues are.
the Etten said to go, so I think
Head that way.
I mean,
Well,
we
he
should.
didn't say east.
He said
He went
that way.
no.
So you can
But
take
we
that as you
just-
will from an end.
We're just following that direction
Okay.
to where they pointed
so
out.
heading down.
Well, I did say roper, and
Yes,
they said yeah.
ropers
so-
are that way. Oh yeah.
But I wonder if the
But that also the tongues are
everybody's
that way,
called,
right?
they're called
Yeah.
spider people.
Okay.
No, probably not.
Alright, so and we were going to keep an eye out for ropers. Can I roll a history to know if I know like what a roper looks like? Or what do you want me to roll?
Nature.
I'm gonna roll.
Yeah,
one, too.
nature.
They're the same. So.
Oh, nature.
15 mine.
I would.
Like a bugle with tentacles.
I mean, it's not safe to assume, but I mean, I've been into a bunch of dungeons. So
Yeah,
I feel like I see a
16.
roper.
It looks like that.
A bugle with tentacles.
When you said bugle, I was thinking about an actual,
No.
like the instrument,
the snap.
but you're talking about the
Like
snap,
the witch's fingers.
like the witch fingers.
Do you remember that they have grappling tentacles? If they remain motionless, they are indistinguishable from normal cave formations.
So we could always just, when we enter a new room,
There's a
shoot at the
bunch of-
ceiling and see if anything happens.
Well, I don't think these ones live on the ceiling.
Ropers?
Or do they live in the ceiling?
They live anywhere.
Every time I've ever encountered them, they've always either been in a pool of lava that then killed me.
They've been on the ground.
I mean, most ropers that I've ever seen with encounters are usually
Hanging from
trying
the
to be
ceiling.
like stalactites.
Mm.
Like that's what they're impersonating.
Or it's the like man.
I've just never seen one as a stalagmite. I've only ever seen them as.
He is in
stalagmites.
top.
Because in Critical Role they always pull them up to the ceiling and then drop them,
Yeah.
and that's the whole
Still
thing.
tight because they're holding tight to the
T
ceiling.
from the top. As Lord Bailey says. He is in top.
They're holding tight to the ceiling.
I just always think might because they might reach the sky.
No.
So as you guys come to the opening,
What do we see?
you can look straight across and see that there's a path going across.
Great.
This 30-foot high cave holds a forest of stalagmites that are somewhat broken. So stalagmites are on the ground. So there's just a bunch of little protrusions. And then the uneven floor is strewn with bits of chewed up armor and bone. And as well as the occasional copper piece or silver piece, as it says in the book.
Should we stop blasting these things?
Well, they're on the ground.
Matthias is going to use his climbing tentacles and go up.
Climbing tentacles.
I'm gonna use my boots of spider climb.
Do you have
That I got it in another campaign and just I'm bringing it over.
Alright, so you guys
Because
doing?
Matthias doesn't have stuff to.
So how close is one of these stalagmites to us?
Pretty much once it kind of opens up and starts going, there's like one there, one there. They're
So
kinda-
I'm going to instruct Paulie, the nearest one to us, and I'm going to look at Howard and say, Paulie will shoot when you are ready if you want to join him. And the nearest one to us, Paulie's going to shoot. He's going to disrespect him.
I could do it. Paulie hasn't had luck with this.
Oh no, he got one hit, I think, one time.
Mm-hmm. Of the 7 times he's tried to disrespect us.
What are we blasting?
This is the nearest stalagmite to see if it, like, basically animates.
There's 3 of them we can see, so
Yeah.
does Paulie want to shoot one and then you shoot the other 2?
I think we should focus fire for now.
Yeah.
Alright.
So the one closest to us, I'm going to tell you all to stand back.
And these are stalactites.
Mites.
Mice.
Stalactites are in the ceiling.
Right. Are there any stalactites in here?
No, it's like my.
Oh, I thought.
So the one
Okay.
right at
Then I'm not
the
calling
edge
it.
there, Howard and I and Paulie are going to shoot.
Okay.
Paulie doesn't do a fucking thing.
Jesus Christ.
29.
29.
7.
7.
For 3 force damage.
You hit it and you just see it kind of just chip off.
And then my second one will go to the next one.
Okay.
And then if you're willing, Paulie will spit at that
23.
Okay.
9. 10.
We'll say it hits it, but same thing. You kind of hit it and it just kind of chips off into rock.
Okay. Next one.
Next one to the right.
So, right as in this one.
Hey! 17. Yeah.
So, who's in this hallway or
I
is
guess
about? So
I'll be standing in the
it's
middle.
about 20 feet, so these are still 10-foot squares.
I'm basically standing as far in as I need to be.
Yeah, I would get in front
I would
of
not move
Howard
in.
and kind of be his shield.
I'm behind Howard.
I will slowly take up like an area to be like between them and Polly to just kind of follow it along.
Yeah, you're on the ceiling,
What
right?
happened to all my friends?
No, I'm not gonna go on the ceiling. I thought they were stalactites.
So he'll be on my shoulder right now, just spitting.
Okay.
That motherfucker's spit.
Oh, he's on the bottom. Okay, then I'll just keep watching
So-
until one animates.
It's only kind of 10 feet, so you guys are standing like as close as you can to get in there.
I can be. My range on my Eldritch Blast is fucking insane. So
Well, I was going to say, you're getting to the point where it's going to be a hard corner.
Yeah. I mean,
So, right
But
now,
I
you
would,
can still
I
kind
would
of reach
step
that
where
one.
he is and let him kind of just poke out from behind me, kind of as his shield.
because I can just snipe these motherfuckers.
And then
I have 240 feet.
So
so-
Paulie has 30 feet. So
Okay.
the
But where's
one-
everyone else at?
I'm right behind Lord Howard Phillips.
And I'm with them as well. And then young bulls in the back.
So 14 for
Wait,
the next hit.
Young Bull, sorry to help you, Jaeger, this one, will ask
Are you
Zurage.
controlling Young Bull?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm pretty sure
Jaegering.
I'm the one that's
I'm
controlling
Jaegering
young
with.
bulls.
There's
so
There's 2 controllers.
Well, it's something
in
that
Jaeger.
Young Bull would do.
He's going to ask if there's anything that's unlawful within 100 and whatever mile of him.
Sure is.
How many pings is it?
It's a certain.
It's like
not-
120 feet or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
really
ridiculous.
It just tells him
it's
if you're
120
there.
feet, yes.
Yeah.
It tells him a direction, but it doesn't like put like a fucking aura on it. Or
Yeah.
It just lets him know how many are here, so we know how many of these things we need
It doesn't
to
tell
check.
him the direction.
Oh, it doesn't.
No, I just thought it told him a number.
It just says
We always
the weapon
kind of, he
consists
always
of
kind of
presence.
did it like a dowsing rod kind of thing.
Right.
but-
Oh, well, this just says the weapon can sense the presence of non-lawful creatures within 120 feet of it.
Then yes.
Okay. So we're gonna go for the one on the right. I
Yeah.
got a 17.
So this one,
yeah,
14.
17 for 6 force damage of spit.
6 force damage.
For 2 points of force damage.
Same thing. You guys hit it and just
Next one behind that.
okay.
And I'm just going to keep going down the line until.
Well, I want to do the one up to our left. I'm more interested in the ones that are like. I also want to take a look. Do I see any plant life in this cave?
No, there's
Okay.
no fungus growing. in
So
this one.
I'm more worried about making sure that if we pass to that next cave, none of the ones that are kind of in range of us. So I would kind of say, Howard, I think as long as we can pass through, let's just check the ones that are kind of within, I guess, 30 feet of us on each side.
Yep.
Okay. So what's happening?
So the one to the left,
So this one?
yeah, we're gonna shoot that one.
Okay.
9.
9. Are you shooting that one too?
I actually do not shoot. I shoot the next one behind it.
Okay. What was the hit?
9.
9. So, you see him kind of like spittle at it, and it kind of lands on it, but it doesn't do anything. Like no rocks kind of chip off this time. And you go for the next one that's farther down, and you just see it go.
Okay.
And kind of shatter.
And then when I see the other one, my second bolt will hit the one in front.
The one
that he spit on.
Okay.
18 for 2 force damage.
18. So you kind of like fire at this one, and this one does not chip off.
All right.
I think that we might need to destroy this one.
And then I just I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna try to shoot it again.
Okay.
And Paulie will continue.
Do you want us to roll initiative? Actually.
Not yet.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna shoot it.
Paulie
2 more
sucks.
times. So 15 for 2 force.
Okay.
And
6 to hit.
then 13 for another 2.
21
So 21.
for 6 force damage as it disrespects the fuck out of this stalagmite.
Ting!
So, both of yours go off, and you see it go pink, poo, poo, and then you see it just like, and then all these tendrils start coming out, and you just see it go, and it's going to throw a tendril at.
I'd be in the front. I wanted to shield him, like stand in front of him
Okay, and where's Polly?
on my shoulder.
Okay. So it will throw a tendril at you. And that is a 24.
That'll hit. Bring me on in, motherfucker.
Yep. So you are grappled. You are restrained, have disadvantage on strength checks, strength saving throws, and you get, well, how big is it? Oh shit. Okay, it's a big in. So we'll just.
You said I'm grappled?
Yep.
And restrained?
Yep. Or, yeah. And you get pulled right up to it.
This is a good point to take a break.
Yep. Yeah. And then it will make a bite attack against you. And that is a 24 again.
That'll hit. I'm gonna use my action when he does that.
.24 piercing damage. And we will roll initiative and go to break.
All right, we'll be back.
Yep.
How many viewers do we have, Justin?
Not enough.
Okay.
We'll be back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
And we're back. We are battling currently one roper. We'll see.
Oh, we need to roll initiative.
Yeah,
don't we?
we'll roll initiative, and then we'll do Corey's reaction.
Fuck.
I already set bad guy 1 up, so we'll see where everyone stacks there. Lord Phillips.
17.
Higher. Kylie? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Kylie rolled. There's an 8 on the die, and so it's 10. She's in my sleeve right now too.
Okay. Geist.
19.
Chip.
9.
Matthias.
10.
We'll let the spider go before you.
I thought we were doing it where they went at the same time.
Don't care.
Okay.
Carl.
10.
Young Bull.
11.
Okay. So what you
Alright, so I spin my maul around when it hits me with its bite,
got? Okay.
and I hit a button, and all of a sudden the fire of it goes, and I'm gonna activate Radiant Weapon, or Radiant Weapon, and I need a con saving throw.
$14.
It is blinded until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Line of sight.
Geist. So so these are 10-foot squares. So we're gonna do our best.
10, 20, 30, 40.
If there's a chance where it's like it's weird and you need to get in front of them and you normally make it, we'll just move.
I think 50 would put me right behind Carl's character.
Like right here behind.
1 down. Yep. Can I see it from where I'm right there?
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause technically that's 20 feet, so yeah. We'll just make it up as we go.
And then that's still too far, so I will shoot a longbow.
That is a
First.
miss.
19 misses.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Second one. Will miss.
Lord Phillips.
Carl is still grappled, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. So I reach into my component pouch, and I pull out what looks like a caterpillar cocoon.
Okay.
And I mash it up like this,
Oh, that's mean.
and then just like this black tendril of magic stretches from my hands, and then it just like slingshots off my backhand and flings towards the roper, and I need it to give me a wisdom saving throw as I cast polymorph.
13.
It fails. It turns into a little itty bitty squirrel. As
The smallest thing I could fucking think
little
of.
tiny squirrel, and it just plops to the ground, and Carl falls to the ground as well as your owl, and you are no longer grappled now.
We'll say it's still grappled onto you, but now it's just like a squirrel on
It's
your
holding
chest.
onto him.
It's just like staring up at you, just.
And that is my turn.
Okay. So, does it act like a squirrel now?
It is a
Do
squirrel.
I get a wisdom? Do I save out of it? Anything?
Yeah, so at the... Let me make sure.
I'm a squirrel that shit out.
So yeah, the transformation lasts for the duration or until the target drops to 0 hit points and dies. The new form can be any beast. Challenge rating is equal to or less than the target's. Targets... Oh, it doesn't get a save.
And
Yep. So,
Only if it takes damage, right?
Well,
Or no, if you
it
kill it.
drops to 0, it reverts back to its.
But it also gets the intelligence, wisdom, and everything of the new creature.
Yeah.
So it's only as smart as a squirrel.
Where are my squirrel stats?
Your squats.
Is there squirrel stats?
Well, let's look it up on D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond, great for every game.
Because it's not in the monsters guide, and it's not in.
You sure it's on PHP?
There is no squirrel, but I'll find something here real quick.
No.
Something equivalent.
Yeah.
It's a ribbon.
Because he's going to attack on his turn. He don't give no fucks.
So
Well,
it's
it says in here that you can have squirrel.
You can have a familiar as a squirrel.
Yeah.
But squirrels don't technically have stats. Because I have
Which
a squirrel
should.
for,
Sunday.
yeah, for plays with squirrels, and I have no stats for him.
Right.
Plays with squirrels.
Is that the name of your character? Plays with squirrels?
Yeah. You seen Boy Meets World?
Do you not watch them play on Sunday?
No, I don't watch them play on Sunday.
We'll just say it's a weasel. That's the closest thing I can think of.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Squirrel
Weasel's
with
a
the
tiny beast.
stats of a weasel.
So I have it up to. He just has a bite action.
Oh, he gonna bite on his turn.
He's gonna gnaw on some metal.
Yep, so bad guy's turn. You have an angry squirrel on your chest,
Weasel.
and he's going to attack you. He's going to attempt to bite you with a 19.
That's exactly what you need.
And I don't even need to roll. You take 1 damage.
It's the weasel!
And then,
That's a.
Can I also retcon something too?
That's really neutered from what it
Yeah.
was.
I would have, in Carl's head, spoken to him and would have said, just toss him off of you. Try not to hurt him.
oh, how many hit points does a weasel have?
1.
1. You can put him in a bag like I did with
I'm thinking about
Will's
Oh,
water
put him in
elemental.
your bag of holding and suffocate him.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, how fat is a roper?
It will suffocate in there eventually. Any creature you put in there runs
Yeah,
out of
but
air.
if it's like 500 pounds of roper, then it just comes
Spews out of the bag.
Yeah.
Because it's a large monstrosity.
We'll find out.
Yeah. That's what I was wondering.
Well, I put, because with Will's water elemental, I turned it into, I think it was a cat. Something small,
A
and
snail.
like the sea hags grabbed it and like put it in its pocket. Like,
Yeah.
not. Or maybe I turned it into a crab, because that's what they had giant crabs with them. They just picked it up and kind of, it wasn't a bag of holding, they just kind of held it. Because I think it lasts for like an hour.
Yeah,
Probably more?
it lasts
Yeah.
for...
Another roper comes out, and it is going to attempt to tendrilize Geist. That is a nat 1.
Hi, guys.
And then it will go and
It
move
moved
square.
its 10 feet squares.
Yep, it moved its 10-foot square. And then it is going to
I can't wait for my turn.
attempt to tendril. I think I'm close enough now. Yeah. It's going to try and tendril Carl again.
Good.
That's
What an asshole.
a miss. And then it'll attempt to tendril Lord Phillips. That is a 24.
I'm going to... I meant to say this before you said it, because I was looking it up. Using Entropic Ward to impose disadvantage on the roll.
13.
Fails. That was
then-
my reaction.
And then it will stay right there.
I'm glad you used that.
It's a while.
I don't think.
Young Bull.
I always forget I have it.
Young Bull will, I guess, charge in.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. 25, 30.
He has 40 foot of movement.
40, so that would be 40 right there. No, it wouldn't. That's close. I'd say he can get there.
Okay. And then he will.
I also have advantage on that rope right now too, because of entropic ward.
The one that tried to hit you, so number 2? Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to read his laser edge to see.
What?
What?
Oh, your plan? Did I foil it?
No,
Oh.
I'm gonna do it on my turn.
Oh.
I just really hope it comes off because it'll be fucking hilarious.
Come on, young bull!
I know.
He can throw his axe if you want.
Rage and throw.
Yeah, he will go into a rage
Okay.
Bonus action.
and then chuck.
Fuck is that?
Your wife.
And chuck the mighty Azer Edge. Well, 14 hit.
No.
Then that is all.
Okay. So,
You can
Carl,
throw it again, I think.
Kylie, and Matthias.
Yeah, it only has 3 charges though, so
You guys can divvy up
I don't
amongst
wanna
yourselves.
expend
who
all
wants
So
to go.
I'm going to
Kylie dodges.
hold on to the squirrel,
Okay.
and I'm gonna walk up to the other roper.
Okay.
Do I see its mouth?
Can you get all the way to the other roper?
5 or 10, 20, 30.
Can I see its mouth?
I'll say yes, because it's currently like.
I want to try to throw the squirrel into the other roper's mouth.
I knew it.
Yes!
Okay.
Attack roll.
Yeah,
Give
it would
me,
be a
give me an
dex-
attack roll using
You're
dex
dex
at disadvantage, because the squirrel's not going to let you do this. It's going to try and like claw at you as you're.
Please let this work.
Because you're not technically hitting.
Yay!
Hey!
Hey!
Good.
What's your dex?
Let's see.
Please say it's higher than 19. Or 19 or higher. Because that's what you
17.
know. Oh.
You know what? Because it's hilarious. Because you're not technically trying to hurt it. It's
I'm
mainly
just trying to like.
It's mainly just timing and accuracy.
Kobe! Oh, too soon, sir.
What's too soon?
Not?
You can never let the tradition
It's an
die.
honor.
What's
That's
wrong
a
with you?
tradition.
It's an honor.
That's the best way to honor Toby.
Sure. So it's kind of like wow, and you kind of just sit there and like time it right, and you kind of just grab the stupid little squirrel and just ha, and just.
And then it explodes out, and then the other roper is still there.
We just replaced one roper with another. We have a
Does
roper.
something happen with that?
We have a roper wearing
find
a
out.
Not
roper
yet.
hat.
All right.
So it's still Matthias and this. You said dodge for.
Yeah, Kylie's dodging within my sleeve.
Matthias will run in and take a
Carl
swing.
says fish and chips.
5.
I have 40 feet of movement.
Yeah, it should be.
Now I want fish and chips. That sounds really good.
Nope, that won't hit.
There's this pub in London I went to that made like the best fish and chips I had ever had in my life.
26.
That hits.
So I went to Wendy's today, and they have a new like cod sandwich for Lent,
Mm-hmm.
and I just got it with like cheese and without a bun.
For
It was actually
11
really good.
points of damage. Does lightning damage matter?
It was
No.
Wendy's has
No, okay.
breakfast
Then
now.
11
I
points
saw
of
that they were
damage.
opening for breakfast. It's like it's a bacon
Chip.
with like sausage bacon.
I'm going to move my 25 feet into the room towards the only roper that's left.
5, 10.
It's a bacon eater, and it's like sausage.
Technically, it's
bacon
1,
and
2,
cheese,
3.
one bun, and
So
then
I'm gonna
they
give you
have
right
fried
here.
potatoes.
So I'm not close enough to actually hit it.
No.
All right.
We'll go that route.
So I am going to second level guiding bolt at it.
Okay.
That would be a dirty 20 to
Hmm.
hit.
Weird. Right on the money.
Hey, 13 plus 7, baby. So that is 9, 12, 16 points of radiant damage, and it is glowing.
It is glowing. Okay.
For the next person to hit it,
Okay. Geist.
they get advantage on the next attack.
So it's only number 2 that's up?
Yeah, only number 2.
Alright, I will. For now. Alright, I'll move up to it and try to disarm me down on this thing.
Okay, so you're.
Because I would have seen you move with a squirrel in your hand, but I wouldn't have seen you through the squirrel in its mouth, because I was around the corner.
22?
22 will hit.
I'm gonna love if we
That's
kill
the
this
first
thing.
time I got to use polymorph too with this character.
That's pretty awesome.
Worked out pretty well.
Polymorph is legit, man.
Yeah.
13 points of damage?
It's like you can use it like beneficial or like as an.
It sucks because I only get it once per long rest though.
Still,
Okay.
polymorph's still solid.
Wait, is that
21?
from your
Pact. It's a pact.
your invocations?
Yeah.
It's an invocation thing, so you can do it without or with using a spell slot or without.
It has to use a spell slot.
Okay. Well, because there's some that don't use.
And
Yeah,
spell
some
slots,
that
so
don't.
The higher
Different.
level ones usually use.
we'll miss.
Did you roll with advantage the
We
first
could
hit?
polymorph one of us into like a whale and we could just ride somebody
nothing?
down the fucking river.
So I'll say for those who have been melee attacking it, you basically after a couple rounds you realize that you can attack it itself or the actual tentacles
Right.
if you want.
So the tentacles have their own.
And it currently has 6. So
Okay.
you can do with that which Lord Phillips.
If I attack the tentacles, do I have advantage on that since it tried to attack me?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so I'm going to attempt to. Well, do I notice that? When would I know that? You could say no. Actually, I'm going to say no. Okay.
Yeah, because I
So
get
I'm
into
just
the
gonna,
melee
yeah,
guys.
I'm just gonna attack the roper main then. So first, Eldritch Blast is a 25 to hit.
Yep.
And then the second one is a 24 to hit.
Yep.
Nice.
It's going to be a total of 7, 8, 9, 10 points of force damage.
Okay. So bad guy's turn. So you just kind of see it like so what's polymorph explained when it dies?
It goes to 0 and reverts back to its original form.
Okay. So,
I guess the Thanos Ant-Man.
but it goes back to like.
Crawl up his butt and expand.
Does it go back to
Dip
the
him in
same
hot
hit
sauce
points? Does it still
Yeah,
die?
it just restores back to its normal.
Well, it doesn't go back to
roll over.
full. It just goes back to whatever it already had.
Yeah.
And any damage it would take, like he said, will roll over into its.
So when it reverts to its normal form, the creature returns to the number of hit points it had before it transformed. If it reverts as a result of dropping to 0 hit points, any excess damage carries over to its new normal form, as long as the excess damage doesn't reduce the creature's normal form to 0 hit points,
It'll
and
just die.
it isn't knocked unconscious.
Okay. So you see it like about to just start whipping, and you just see it like start doing these things, and you see like it start to like get bigger, and then you see it start to like stretch, but then it starts to crack like it's really made of rock, and you just see it just kind of just
Yes.
and rock just go,
That's so awesome.
and then
There's another roper there.
I don't care. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was basically a polymorph bomb. That was fucking cool.
Bomb!
so you
That's
just
a
see like
wild
it, and then you just see there's another one right there.
You know what's funny is I feel like that's very inspiring. You know, like deserving.
You gave me the hit. You let me do it. That's the inspiration.
there's enough inspiration.
So, would you say that I'd be able to use now the dead roper's tentacles for my blood curse of the fallen puppet to have the tentacle lash up and attack the roper that's now there?
What?
I have a thing that says when a creature within 30 feet of me drops to 0 hit points, I can use a reaction to give that creature a final act of aggression That creature now makes a single weapon attack against a target of my choice.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna amplify it. So it makes the attack, and you add a +5
Okay.
to that attack against the roper.
So I rolled a 17. So you're animating a tentacle.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's +5 to hit.
Mhm.
So
Plus whatever it's normal.
So a 17 plus that, so it's a 29 to hit. And you just see a tentacle lash out and just kind of like wrap around its head. And too bad the tentacles don't deal any damage, so it just kind of...
The tentacles are for grappling. It's the mouth you wanted to get.
But I like it though.
Yeah, that's good.
So
that
is
was
it restrained? Is it grappled by the tentacle now?
No.
That was pretty inspiring too.
That was a very...
You know what? I like it. Inspiration. We'll throw them out more. But, so, the new fangled, he's coming back kind of thing, there's going to be a tentacle attack on...
So is number 4 blue?
Yeah,
gone?
number 4 blue is
Well,
gone.
technically 4 blue is still there.
Yeah, so we'll just...
Yeah, but you could just take out number 4.
Stay strong, little mouth.
I was like...
I thought of that at Family Guy episode. Get back in there, little mouse.
Matthias gets a 26.
To hit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So you are grappled and restrained and pulled 25 feet towards him.
I'm already right next to
Yep.
him.
The next one is Geist.
Now,
Right.
17. That misses. Carl. That is a 24.
Yep.
So we're gonna swap. Well, we'll just move you here. So you get grappled, pull closer, and then it has how many? That
I
many.
used Nettie last time.
Fuck.
Oh, I forgot about
And
Andy.
Polly.
No, I need to talk to you about you and Nettie after this combat.
I already know that I was doing it wrong.
No.
Oh. I thought you were saying I was
18.
doing Nettie wrong.
No.
No.
I have something beneficial for you and
Oh,
Nettie.
okay.
So all these tentacles come out. 2 of them miss. 2 of them grab you guys too. So you're restrained and you're restrained. And then it will make a bite attack against Matthias, since it was the first one.
Boo.
19.
Fuck you.
Beats, motherfucker.
It's got a big.
That's more. That's one more than I
It's,
need.
it's one more than you needed.
Yeah, I got more hit points when I leveled 2.
That's it.
Oh, it's
He's
not
got a shit
too
load.
bad.
Nettie's got 47 hit points.
What?
Yeah, dude.
He's almost
Yeah,
more than I
He's
do.
very tanky.
Even Paulie has 14.
Eventually, he probably will have more
Yeah.
than you do.
21 piercing as it bites you.
Owie.
And then that is its turn, and Young Bull.
Young Bull will go
Charge
up to
in.
Get him.
Okay. Young Bull's within range.
Oh wait. No, because I missed it.
Because you forgot that his Elder Spirit could have saved you from some
Yeah.
of that damage.
Wah, wah, wah.
Did he rage already?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
currently
raged.
raged.
That's fine. It's
Yep,
already
we'll
happened.
Go in and make attacks.
But now we know for next time.
So,
19 on the die.
29.
Hey!
And is this thing a undead or fiend?
No. It's monstrous.
For 8 points of slashing damage.
What are you attacking with?
Azor Edge.
Is it only 1d8? Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it's
It's
a
battle
battle
axe. That's right.
Wait, is he using it two-handed?
Yeah, he would be.
So it would be a D10.
Yeah.
No. Is he using a two-handed?
He doesn't have anything else in his other
Yeah.
hand.
He doesn't
I don't know why
use
he
shields or anything.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then.
Yeah, roll that d10, bro.
wouldn't. Fuck it up.
I hope it's less than 8.
Oh!
No, 17.
17 damage?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was a 10.
Okay. He's got a lot of plus.
And then he'll do it again. Oh, nope, that'll miss.
Okay.
Oh.
Carl.
Wait, you should have read. You should have read.
You're
So
currently
I'm up on it.
restrained.
I'm going to try to take 2 attacks. The first one will be against the tentacle at disadvantage because I'm restrained. Still pretty good. Let's see.
It's
That'll
not
be
polished, so you'll probably hit.
23 to hit.
It starts with a 2.
14 damage on the tentacle.
On a tentacle?
Yeah.
Okay, so you remove... Oh, on the tentacle's attached to you?
Yeah.
Got it. So you knock off that tentacle.
Okay, and then
You
the
are no
next
longer
one
restrained.
will be against it.
Okay.
And it'll be regular. That'll be 24 to hit. 14 magical bludgeoning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to instruct Nettie to hop off my back and bite the... Is there any tentacles attached to anybody else? Him? Nettie's going to bite the tentacle that's on him.
By the way, it has disadvantage if it attacks anybody but Young Bull.
Does it?
Yes. He attacked it while raging.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So Nettie will bite. I don't know. It's not going to hit. He tries to bite.
Okay.
Also add 2 to that because he's raging.
How about you remember that next time, Will?
So it's 19 for the first hit.
And I'll play barbarians.
Spiders.
Dodging.
Matthias. Play your own character.
Yeah, switch phones. Switch phones.
I will
I got to
smack it.
Oh.
Bad sound.
I actually kind of like it because it's catchy.
It
is a bad song.
22 to hit.
Yep.
I think I already asked this. Does lightning matter?
You.
For 17 points of demolish.
It looks rocky.
And then I'll hit it again.
Slash blood.
For a crit.
Fail.
I like that green die.
I do too.
That rolled good twice.
That die really good.
For 25.
Okay. It's starting to look bad.
My turn.
Chip.
I'm gonna move up.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Searing Smite
Okay.
as a bonus action, first level,
Okay.
on my
And-
weapon.
And roll a 19.
Net 1.
3.
Does a 10 hit?
No.
Alright, so
Were you going for a tentacle or...
No, I was going for the main creature.
Nope.
Damn. Alright, well, shit happens. Sucks to suck, I guess.
Okay.
Alright.
Geist.
Searing Smite is still going for the next minute.
There you go.
You're no longer grappled, right?
No one's grappled.
I'll never go.
No, I think
Nope, Matthias is still
you're
grappled.
still grappled. Oh, so yours should have been a disadvantage.
Oh, well, sucks to suck, I guess.
Fine.
You're the DM. You can change whatever you want.
That's right. I'm just going to knock 20 hit points off of this thing.
22?
Right it back. 22 hits.
10 points of damage.
Get.
Second miss. And fist punch.
Get.
Move next.
Get. Lord Phillips.
How far away am I from it? 10, 20,
60,
30,
50 feet. Something.
50 feet? Perfect. I'm in range. So I
didn't move Young Bull, but technically he's up on it.
50 is accurate.
Yeah.
I look at him and I raise my hands and he hears, actually everybody hears it, a bell begins to toll and I need a wisdom saving throw from him.
The belt.
Wisdom is a 16.
Fail. He will take 15 points of necrotic damage.
That's the Miskatonic University class bell ringing.
Yeah. Class is in session.
It is still up.
Where education opens
Okay.
gates to new worlds.
So, bad guy's turn. He's looking bad, but you see that he kind of like the arm that you broke off. You just see him kind of like it kind of molds back in and then kind of flings back out. And then it will. It already has you grappled, so it'll attempt to bite Matthias.
Do it.
And then if you are restrained, I have advantage.
So you roll normal. Give it to me. So you roll
Oh
normal.
yeah, because
Yeah,
stupid young bull. 19.
To hit, yeah. Hit. God damn it.
Wait, Check the young bull thing.
I
That-
did.
19.
All right, and then Young will reduce that by 3.
Good.
And then it will attempt to grapple Carl.
So Nettie is going to interpose.
And cause disadvantage.
Yep. He's
Well,
going
Which
to
you already have disadvantage
deflect
anyway.
attack.
You already have disadvantage anyway because of young bull.
But if he sees it going for me, he'll still try to deflect.
Yeah. Well, I rolled the same exact thing, so 24.
Yeah.
Okay. It will attempt to grapple Young Bull at disadvantage, right?
Young bull?
Oh, no.
No.
Young bull's the only one that can attack normally.
Young Bull's a normal?
Yeah.
Sweet!
Because it's young bull.
Well, it still misses. 16. Thias is already there. Geist is up there. Assume that's disadvantage too. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't fucking matter. 20?
Nope.
What? Your AC's higher than 18? Does
Yes.
it change?
I went up 1 because I got a +1 to wisdom, and then because I punched them in the face, or attempted to, I got +2 to my AC.
So what's your base?
Oh,
19.
19? Oh, okay.
Young bull also grants resistance to damage dealt by creatures that aren't attacking him.
Oh yeah, that's his level. No, that's not his level 8 thing.
Alright, it's done. Young Bull.
Will attack the group.
Is it should be grappled?
No. He
No, it
missed.
missed
he
Young
missed.
Bull.
It missed him.
24 to hit.
Yep.
For 16.
13 more than you needed.
Alright.
How do you do it?
Young bull will run up to it. He will then.
He's already run up to it.
Okay. He will step back away from it. He will
So,
throw his
opportunity
edge
attack?
towards it, and then he'll just pull it through.
So opportunity attack? Since you're
No.
stepping back?
He won't step. He'll step as 5 feet to the edge of.
So opportunity attack. You're 75 feet away.
I mean, you're telling me to describe how I killed it, so
I know, and you said you step back.
sure, sure, you got it.
It's fine, it misses.
So he runs back his full distance, throws it behind it, and then pulls.
I
back
got
his
it, you
edge
did,
to
you
slice
did.
it in half.
Alright. There are 2 dead ropers.
So in the immediate area, Carl will start looking around because you said there was coins and armor on the ground, and just see what he can find.
We'll say you get... You find 6 gold and 12 silver.
Do any of you need this?
What is it?
6 gold and 12 silver.
Sure.
Oh, never mind. It actually tells me. So it's 30. So
Probably tomorrow.
when you look around, there's 32 copper and 11 silver.
Oh, so 32 copper and 11 silver.
Yeah.
I go, neat, and I just put it in there. 32 copper, 11 silver.
Yep.
Do I happen to find any half plate armor?
You do, but it's mangled beyond repair.
Those ropers were rich.
The half plate.
So
As Nettie's looking around, he sees that the roper that exploded, there's something shiny that's kind of stuck inside.
So he'll come grab me, and I'll walk up, and I'll take a look.
It looks like a gem that's kind of like stuck inside its flesh.
So I'll grab it.
So you pull it out. It is a gemstone worth 100 gold.
I'll hand it to Howard.
Would you like to
What is it?
investigate further?
Yes.
You find 2 more.
Oh, 2 more.
Does it say what gem?
Nope, just said gemstones worth 100 gold each.
Alright. I'll add them to my thing. If you're handing
And it
them to
says,
me.
which characters can cut open once the roper is dead, but I feel like it's already cut open.
You got exploded, dude.
All right. Well, on we go, I guess.
I'm just
So?
gonna say they're amethysts.
And
'Cause
as Nettie's going around, nothing more animates. Only those 2. So you can basically go north, south, or straight across.
Carl,
Yes.
just wanted to, while we have a second here, and you're pulling those gemstones out of that dead roper, I have something I can perform now that might be a little beneficial for between you and Nettie, since you guys always seem to stay together.
I see.
I know that you guys are companions, and it's sort of like a wedding ceremony, but it's not necessarily, it can be whatever sort of relation. You can still maintain the same relationship. But
you can still bang them if you want, I guess.
But the benefit to it, at least, is what I'm trying to get at, is it makes you two harder to hit for quite some time. About 7 days is how long it lasts.
Sounds very useful.
So if you want to, before our next short rest or long rest, I can perform the ceremony for you.
I think that would be grand.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thanks.
We will head down the eastern tunnel.
So straight across?
Yep. Let me heal myself a bit. Took quite a hit there.
Chip, do you have any healing you could spare?
I can give you.
We can retcon it back. You guys can proceed on and we can retcon it back. If he does.
Okay.
Like if there's another combat, we'll...
Yeah,
we'll,
5th level cure wounds. I mean 4th level cure wounds.
I give you
Well, he's not here, so just cast
Yeah.
it for him.
So you guys continue down the east tunnel. It's only about...
I'm keeping an eye out for any flowers or fungi that look like human
second
tongues.
level cure.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll perception?
No. You've kind of seen how the fungus is kind of like openly displayed.
Yeah.
I'll
Alright, because I'd use guidance as well as I'm
You'll be fine.
looking.
Second level.
That's fine.
Keep
So-
forgetting I have shield now.
So you guys head down the
That's
looks
useful.
like the east tunnel. It is ranges from like 5 to 10 feet, so you guys can go like double, single, back and forth.
Yeah.
Since
I would
we
stay
are
close
doing
behind
that.
Carl, actually.
So we'll do marching order.
Nettie's on my back.
So you're first.
Yeah.
And as we start walking through here more, you see me, or you don't see me because you're in front of me, but everybody else behind me sees that I kind of hold up my hand, and Kylie kind of crawls out onto my palm, and she'll shoot a little web out of her butt and get onto the wall and just start sort of crawling next to us.
Okay. Who's behind Carl? I see
Howard.
Young Bull's probably somewhere up there.
Nope. And bulls in the back.
Okay.
I am behind Carl.
And then I'm behind LHP.
I'm gonna chip. Are you in front or behind, guys?
I'm always the last person.
Okay.
He's always our caboose because he is
Caboose.
He's a booty
looking.
man.
He's keeping a lookout for us at all times.
Yep. So you guys head down this tunnel. You go about 30 feet, and then it forks left and right.
Can we?
Do you want to send you want to send? What's
Polly.
your Al name? Polly one way, and then I'll send Kylie the other.
Sure.
We can sort of scout it out.
And I'll stealth Polly to fly until she sees somebody.
Okay.
And
How
I'll.
fast is a spider?
I'm gonna do the same, except the spider's not flying.
What's the speed of the spider?
Spider
versus
is 20
the-
feet.
Okay. What's the speed of Polly?
60.
40.
40. Okay, so basically double. Which way is Polly going, and which way is Kylie going? There's a left and a right.
I'll point Kylie to the left,
14 stealth.
Okay.
and then
Actually, 16 stealth.
Okay.
that's really good. 23 for stealth on Kylie.
Okay. So you guys sit back and wait. So
I'm looking through her eyes too.
okay. So Polly gets her 40 feet, and then there is another fork left and right. Kylie's 20 right now, and the tunnel's still going.
Okay, she's gonna keep. I'm gonna basically just be like, she's still going, and
Okay.
Polly's gonna. I told Polly to fly until she saw something.
Can you communicate with her when she
No,
goes?
but I told her to come back to me if she saw something like a human-esque or something of dangerous like origin or just anything.
Okay.
So if she flies and sees something, she's gonna just stop and then come and get me.
Okay. So we'll say she flies another 40. Kylie gets another 20. You still don't see anything. Still tunnel.
Okay, because I'm basically just looking for the tongue
Yeah.
of terror, or whatever the hell
Kylie or Polly gets another turn. That happens. Kylie keeps going. Still nothing. Polly goes and just this one. What was Polly's stealth?
16.
Good. I don't think Will chose his 8th level
Okay.
thing.
Well,
A feat array, sorry.
So we'll say at this time,
You need healing?
Polly
yes,
sees
second level cure.
Oh, okay, cool.
some people, and she'll start to turn around.
Okay.
Kylie goes another 20, and there is another fork left and right.
She's gonna look as I'm looking through her eye. How far ahead is she from me?
Right now,
60 feet?
80.
80 feet. Okay. Gonna do a quick glance for the fungus
Okay.
or
Nothing.
tongue or whatever.
Nothing you see.
And she's going to go left another 20 feet.
Okay. So you pick left, go another 20 feet, and then it forks again.
Okay. As an action, I will poof her into her realm, and then she I'll hold up my hand, and she just in this like cloud of black smoke in my hand,
Okay.
and then she crawls back into my thing.
So you went,
And I'll relay what I saw.
so you went down, left, and then there was another fork.
Yeah, left and left.
So Polly gets back. Is there communication? Like what's?
It's 100 feet, right? Because yours is just basically find familiar as well.
No.
Okay.
So you saw 2 forks. I can make it down 1. To spy down 1.
Well, I don't want to split up. But
It can't speak to me.
I did not see anything.
So basically, she could just tell us where to go, where she saw something.
Okay, that's fine. So she comes back, and then I guess
Kind of acts. Wants to show us something.
yeah.
So
So you have a left or right.
Polly saw something. Unfortunately, she can't really tell me what she saw, but she can lead us there.
Yeah, there wasn't much down the left path. I mean,
like I said, I can make it down there in a turn. And come back.
it's up to you. But again, I don't want to split us up.
And she did see something, so
Let's go down the right tunnel, and because I didn't see anything through Kylie.
so we'll move through until we get to the point where Polly saw something, and when we're getting closer, I'll recommend like Polly will start flapping like more wildly.
Well, so you guys head down the tunnel. It forks again. She kind of motions everyone to go right. And do you care to go left?
right now we're just gonna go where.
Okay.
Yeah, where she leads us.
So you guys come. It opens up. So I'm running out of real estate over here.
You still want that little wooden case that your guy went in?
Yeah. Is all your house?
So you guys come down to level 10, and then it basically You all are right here at this opening.
Did you guys see that email from D&D Beyond? For D&D Beyond subscribers, they have a special announcement tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Nice.
Ooh.
on their Twitch channel.
Everything's free.
It's a
5.5.
game-changing update, is what they say, for subscribers.
Ooh.
Okay, so you guys, who's Carl's up front? So when you come up here, it opens up. That's about accurate. So it's about 10 feet wide, and when you look to the right, it opens up and it looks like
Water.
a river that's going by. And then when you look left, the tunnel kind of stays that 10 feet wide, but it's kind of like at a zigzag, so you can't really see much farther down there unless you keep walking.
Take a peek around to the left.
Because of how it like zigzags, that's about as far. But Polly's kind of like
So
notioning
I
that
will.
way.
I'm gonna stealth Polly again and just
Would you?
So is she still leading us?
I guess if she's like on your shoulder or flying, yeah, she's.
Would Polly mind trying something out?
Sure.
I hold out my hand. Kylie crawls out again and shoots a piece of web onto
Oh, this
Polly,
is such bullshit.
and is gonna attempt to ride on the back of Polly.
That's fine.
All right. And Polly will stealthily.
Guys, I do have.
She's gonna try to hide on Polly's back.
Okay,
5. 3.
11.
11. Okay.
Guys, just to let you know, there's a river here. I do have water walk prepared for the day if we want to traverse across the top of it.
With my sleigh.
Might be useful.
Turns all in reindeer.
If you give me like 10 minutes, I can do it without burning a slot too.
How big is Polly? Tiny?
But it's an owl. It's the
Yeah.
size of an owl compared to a spider.
Yeah.
So
Technically, Kylie's tiny as well.
She just wraps her legs around
Be careful, Zane.
around the wings,
And cannot fall off.
and then
According to Allison's, just post, you might get labeled.
labeled, not laid.
Might get labeled. No, that's fine.
She got a label maker apparently. She's put it all over her spices and stuff.
So, as Polly's kind of flying in there, so she gets to. So you kind of see this. So basically, as you get in here, because you're on the back, so you can see up.
I'm looking through her eyes.
So this is basically the entrance to kind of what looks like a bat cave. So there's like little bats flying everywhere once in a while, and there's a bunch on the ceiling. And then when she gets about, I guess, in here. Does a 16 hit Polly?
yes.
How high up was she flying?
The tunnel, does it say a height? How big it is? In the small portion, it's 30 feet high, and then once it gets into here, it's 50.
So how high would she be flying?
I don't know.
So
Because that
8
matters for
piercing
me.
damage.
All right. As soon as that 8 piercing damage goes off, she turns around and comes back to us.
Oh, she doesn't disappear.
Well, I guess I need her to make a con saving throw.
13.
That's just good. So she takes 8 piercing damage, and then basically she's just kind of flying and just like, and just gets hit with something, and then I guess through the spider's eyes, you don't see it either. You just know that like something came
Okay.
and basically just hit the bird.
Kylie's gonna attempt to look around and see what it was.
Give me a perception check. You do not see.
With a
Where the
1? Nothing? I don't see anything with a 1? That's
So
bullshit.
when she returns, she's gonna start like looking,
I basically
and she looks
knew.
injured. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell everybody to ready yourselves.
Yeah, I knew. I was looking through
Yeah.
Kylie, so. I
And
was
as
gonna-
soon as she approaches us, I'm gonna cast Mending one Polly.
How
Okay.
many hit points does Polly
14.
have? Fucking right, dude.
Is she your homunculus?
Yeah.
You can mend your homunculus?
I can mend any of my mechanical creatures.
Alright. I will ready an Eldritch Blast. Kylie will crawl back up my sleeve.
And Polly will hang back, and then I will take the forefront as we.
Well, there's a river, isn't it?
No, in that room over there. There's a
Oh.
river right there. We're going that way.
Okay.
Alright.
Thank you for that.
I gotta read for like 2 seconds. We need a commercial break.
Brought to us by D&D Beyond's announcement tomorrow morning for subscribers.
9 a.m.
9 a.m. So if you don't subscribe,
Wait,
do
was
that
it?
shit.
Let me see. Was it 9
Probably
a.m.?
Pacific.
Yeah, most
I'd
likely.
imagine.
Because they're out in Seattle. I think they're in Seattle. 9 a.m. Pacific time.
So 6.
Noon for us.
Oh, yeah, 3 hours here. Wrong way.
You okay over there?
Yeah.
You good?
Mm-hmm. A little hungry, but
Me too.
You had popcorn. You should be fine.
We're not you. We don't have the the capacity of a small.
I could eat 4
Handful.
almonds and be full.
Yeah.
His stomach is only this
The
big.
size of a D20.
Okay. So what's happening?
So we're ready for battle, and I'm going to take the forefront. And Nettie by my side, we will start entering into that cave, keeping an eye out for what's there.
I actually wait until Chip moves in front of me, and then I will follow behind Chip.
I will move with Carl if that is the case.
Okay.
Flame burning on my mallet.
So you guys.
Eldritch Blast readied. I have 120-foot dark vision too.
Shucky, shucky, boom.
You guys start walking down here.
Are we sneaking?
Yeah, stealth.
Are we stealthing?
Stealthily.
Stealth it up.
It's probably a good idea.
Fuck me.
Well, before we start moving, can I cast guidance on myself before we start moving?
That's fine.
18 stealth.
Hey!
7.
7.
Okay.
24.
oh,
What's Young Bull's stealth?
I didn't realize we were open.
Would he care to stealth?
13.
No.
No, I don't stealth.
But since he's not here to control him, he will stealth.
Yeah. Way to be sick. Yeah. It's usually a rite of passage. If you're not here, your character's doing something your character's doing something out of character.
14.
Okay.
Oh no, I don't think Matthias did anything out of character.
Matthias
Well, no
didn't
one
do
played
anything.
yours. But I think Geist murdered a goblin or something and threw it down the hallway or.
No, we didn't.
No, murdered that drow that was in the cage.
I was just trying to get him to talk. He didn't think he was going to kill him.
So when you guys get here, opens up into a 50 foot high cavern that starts to this is the peak. So it goes 30, 50, and then it starts to droop back down this way. There is a path off here, and then this cave continues on this way, and there looks to be... once you guys get closer. So,
Look around for just while we're walking to see if we see any flowers that appear to look like tongues.
okay, give me a perception.
8.
8. You do not see any fungus in this room.
Keep an eye out for them flowers.
I'm actually keeping an eye out for anything that might hit us because I remember seeing something hit Polly while Kylie was there.
Also, weird question. Did the alchemist say something about Gibber and Jabber's swimming ability?
That they couldn't swim.
They didn't
couldn't
like the
swim.
water.
They didn't want to swim.
They'd never gone in the water.
13 for perception.
Perception. And what are you looking for?
For the things that whatever attacked Polly and Kylie.
You do not see anyone.
All right, just keeping Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Are you guys like slowly venturing as you get?
I want to move up and take a peek around the left tunnel.
Yeah. So right now there's a tunnel this way, and then
your
this.
address, please.
And as you guys get closer, I say it's about like probably like here.
Sorry, it was a piece of popcorn kernel I had to.
There looks to be
I apologize.
On my rug.
Now it's on your rug. Okay, it was on your back.
Tunnel that way, and then about here, you guys see what looks to be a crevasse that stretches a good ways.
So I want to move up to that wall and just peek around the left tunnel and see if I see anything down it.
Give me a perception.
I will peek up
7.
behind him and do the same
7.
thing.
You do not see anything.
I will.
It looks to go because you have dark vision, right? So it looks to go about.
I do have the light source on, so I mean we're stealthing, but my light source is on.
Oh yeah.
Mall.
So either way, you see it go about 20, 25 feet and then turn right. So
nobody
it goes
down.
about here and then it turns.
So I'm gonna go look down the other way.
So this way?
Yeah, with my 120 feet of dark vision, seeing invisibility. 14 for. Thank you, Mark.
As you look, there looks to be a big crevasse that looks to have a trunk of some sort.
Tap that crevasse.
Yeah. Splaying across it.
Trunk?
Like a tree trunk.
Okay.
And as you guys walk around, you see some dead bats that are just laying on the ground, along with the ones that
Do
are.
I see anything down that way?
Yep. Which way?
Oh, like
That way goes 30 feet and then turns right, and then the crevasse is down here.
Do you want me to try to go across the
I was thinking of the bats thing. Like,
Oh, the bats?
yeah, am I able to see anything? Like,
I mean, there's
there.
there are looks to be hundreds of bats in here.
Dead.
No, live ones. There's like a few dead ones that are like strewn about on the floor.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could find something that could have killed them.
All right, give me a medicine check. So you're gonna go up and investigate the bat, or are you
It's like
looking?
around to see if there's like a creature down there because we just ran into all these ropers. I'm thinking that there
Okay.
might be a roper that just whips up.
You do not see something that would have killed these things.
I suggest we go left first.
Okay.
And we will start heading down this tunnel.
Okay.
Bless you.
Ah, that's gross.
I need to actually see. I guess we'll see if it comes up. So you guys head down that tunnel. Like I said, it goes about 30 feet and then turns right, and then immediately turns back left, and then looks to go about 40 feet, and then looks to start to open up.
Thank you, Mark. I didn't know what your address was.
It's fine. She should. She has all my paperwork.
Keep moving.
It opens up into a room probably about half this size.
Okay.
What do we see?
And there is a hallway going off to the left, and then a hallway going off to the right. And when you look into this room, it looks relatively empty. It is a 30-foot high cavern that is studded with stalactites. And the floor looks to be uneven, and it may be difficult to move across it.
I guess I'm gonna go and try to peek down one of the sides.
The left or right?
I'm gonna say right. I'm gonna use perception.
So when you step into the room, it is difficult terrain
Mm-hmm.
to try and like trudge through all this like loose rubble and stuff.
fly?
6. Fuck you. 16.
Hey, it's what you wanted.
When you was that stealth?
No, that was
Perception?
perception.
So you kind of look down the right hallway, and it goes about 10 feet, and then forks left and right.
Okay. I tell you guys that, and I say I'm gonna go to the other one, and I check the ceiling. Do I see anything moving around in the ceiling?
From your past experience, you look around and you do not see anything falling or anything.
Okay. So then I head to
The left one?
the left one.
The left one
Takes me a
looks-
while because I only have 25 feet of movement.
Yeah.
And these short, stubby legs.
You guys check the left side, and this narrows down to about a 5-foot hallway, and it's very kind of jagged, so you only see about 15 feet before like a wall gets kind of cut off. So you guys have
explain
an
that to
empty
you guys,
cavern with difficult terrain and 2 ways out. I guess 3, the way you came back in.
Which way do we wanna go?
Is either way shorter than the other?
The one on the left, you can only see about 15 feet.
No, I mean
do you mean?
height wise.
The left side is a smaller hallway than the right one, if that's what you're asking.
No.
Like
Height.
to the ceiling.
Yes, the left
Okay.
side is.
Okay, the left side is small. Gotcha.
Which is the shorter distance to get to the left or the right through the rubble?
When you guys entered in, left is closer.
It would go left.
Well, if our Etten friends came this way looking for the tongue, they probably went right. If the right is taller than the left.
That's true. They wouldn't be able to fit down the shorter of the 2 paths.
All right, let's go right then.
Logic is definitely. You picked up some logic. I like it.
mean, they would fit down the left tunnel. It's 15 feet, right?
Well, 50 feet long. How tall is it? Is it 15 feet tall?
The cavern is 30 feet high. The
first
cavern and like
two
tunnels, they range from like 10 to like 15, depending on where it's at.
I don't care. Just pick one.
Right.
Right, it is.
They're going right.
We can always
So-
go back.
So you go right, and then
Not
it
if
forks
we're
left and right.
I will peek down the right.
I'll look down the left.
18.
The right looks to kind of narrow a bit, and you get about, or you see about 30 feet, and then it kind of like jars a little bit, and you can't see any farther. The left side, it's about double as wide, and you see about, if you can kind of like catch the angle, you see that it kind of goes straight and then kind of dog legs to the left, and then keeps on going.
So real quick, so we went down the path,
So
this path here, and then there was a left and right split.
Mm-hmm. We went into the next room,
you guys came
and
here.
there was a
This is
left
where you
and
went.
right split.
Here. This is a crevasse with a little tree, and you guys didn't go any farther.
Yeah.
And then you guys went up this way. There was a cavern that had the difficult terrain in it. There was a hallway this way. There was a hallway this way. This went down, and then that went down. So you guys are currently right here. This is the one that kind of goes about 10 and then kind of juts off. You can't see. This one kind of like lazily dog legs.
Let's
and you can
just
see a little
pick a
bit.
direction. We've been going right, so let's just keep going right.
Yeah. Also, you said that the left path narrows out. Like it gets.
The right path is narrower. The left one is wider.
Let's
Like-
go right.
This looks to be about 5 to 10. This looks to be about 10 to 15.
Well, I feel like our Etten friends would have gone left here because
But
it's wider and they can't fit through 5-foot spaces.
But they didn't really find a whole lot. So maybe we need to go down paths they couldn't get down to where we could find them. I get what you're saying. But if they don't find them very often, maybe they're down the other paths and that's why they don't bring them back.
We're going
Just-
right.
Yeah, let's
It's just a
let's
suggestion.
just keep going right, or else we're going to get lost in this maze.
I cast find the path.
What time do we got? Okay, we're good.
It's 8:51, Zane.
I have my own watch.
Okay.
Jeez.
I was being helpful, you dick.
So, I'm gonna need a hot second.
Monster Squad is on Prime.
I watched it in the last couple months already. I watch it like every couple months.
I want to say I saw Night of the Creeps on one of the
Night of the Creeps is so good.
movie apps. I can't remember which one.
Night of the Creeps is awesome.
Have you seen Chud or Chud 2?
I think I've seen Chud.
Crazy movies.
I'm really hungry.
Nine
I ate
months.
the popcorn.
Okay.
9 months. Is okay.
We'll see how it goes. So,
You want some almonds?
my wallet fell out.
You just drew blood.
First blood.
So, you guys head this way. It looks to.
Jesus fuck.
This is not scaled correctly. Because I made that way smaller.
Really, it's not to scale.
What's that?
So, you guys, because your light's on, right? Okay. So, you guys come down. Are you stealthing going into this? Are you still kind of doing at the same speed?
Still stealthing.
Okay. So you guys come in. This opens up. It's about, say, 30 to 40 where the big part is, and then it ranges about 80 feet long. And then when you guys come in the top corner, when you guys look left, there is another hallway going off that way. As you guys come out, I'm going to take a point. So you guys come in here. You guys notice this immediately. And then as you step in a little bit further, you see this one. And then when you turn, there's kind of like a raised kind of ridge-esque thing there. And then as the light kind of comes around, you hear a female voice go, "Halt! Don't come any closer." Well, I guess female, yeah.
Halt! Don't come any closer.
Who are we communicating with?
What does it matter?
Well, my friends and I have a habit of, if somebody does not instantly attack us, we try to have very stable communication with them.
And usually pay him coin.
If you mean us no harm, we mean you no harm. So if you would like to speak, we would be happy to do so.
It's fine. Step forward.
Do we see them?
Who,
When you
may I
guys,
ask, are we speaking with?
so when you guys get closer, you see two female drow with
Called it.
Short
hand crossbows, just aiming right down. She speaks up and she says, "My name is Belrin." And then this is, when you look, she's a female and there's two males on each of her sides. This is Rez, and then this is Altonrel.
Riz.
You feel very.
So there are two female drow.
One female, two male.
Okay.
In Altonrel,
Yes.
and they're male drow.
Alton and Rez are male. Belrin is female. And they look to be standing on top of a natural rock formation that is roughly 15, 20 feet up. So they're like almost, their heads are almost kind of touching
I
the
turn
top.
to you, Lord Howard Phillips, and I kind of look at you like,
He doesn't want it.
So we have no ill business with anybody necessarily on this level. We're just making our way through, trying to get to the next level. May I ask, do you all have an establishment down here? More of you that have any sort of mission, or is this just your home?
As he says that, Kylie crawls up my sleeve. I almost drew on myself.
Right about here.
Kylie crawls up my sleeve and then comes out from like where, like, because I have my hood up and my mask on. She sort of kind of comes up and climbs out and then onto my mask, like very obviously, and then just sort of sits there.
Okay.
Because
they're
I know
spider
they're,
people.
I know they're drow.
They worship.
She goes,
They could be different.
Because you asked like, what's your business down here?
Yeah, like, is this just their home? Are they here for a specific reason?
Yeah, and how many of them are you?
She says, if you want any questions answered, you're gonna have to talk to our boss.
Do you have a settlement? Is there trade? We're always looking for trade.
Like I said, if you have any questions, you're gonna have to speak. to our
Well,
boss.
I've always
who's your
wanted to.
boss?
I've always wanted to say this. Take us to your leader.
Fuck you two. What?
Him shaking his head because I said, "Take us to your leader."
Is that a neighbor's dog?
I need my dogs.
I was about to say, man, what happened to your pugs? Wow.
She goes, if you would like to speak to her, she's there. And she points to the.
And what is her name?
Her name is Melrith. Melith.
Melith?
Melith?
Yeah.
Melith?
Okay.
And she says, I suggest you approach her the same way you did us.
No problem. And I will connect my maul to my back, and I'll say, be on your guard, friends. And
do I get any noticeable reaction when Kylie like crawls out onto my face?
You see that they notice, but nothing.
Okay.
You can see they're more just like.
and we will head the way that they shoo us to.
So you go into the first one. It's about maybe 20 feet kind of tunnel, and then opens up into a roundish shape cavern that's 40 by 30 wide.
I'd like to keep an eye out for traps.
Okay. So are you?
I'm going to cast guidance on myself.
Is this investigation?
Yes.
Look for traps.
I will cast guidance on myself as well.
12.
12. You do not see any traps.
Okay.
So as you guys enter in this
Do I
room,
have a thing for traps?
you see a female drow who looks to more of dressier garments with like a big frilled collar that's kind of like coning around her face. And then you see is that a female also? We'll just say it is. Another female-looking drow that's sitting on a Zirkwood desk, looks to be reading through a scroll book, a spell book, because you would recognize that. And then there are two male drow that are standing kind of guardish around the.
Are there any spider webs in here?
From what you can see, I would say no. The cave contains 2 sleeping pallets. A skewered dark mantle cooks over a spider-shaped bronze brazier filled with flaming coals. So that's the only thing spiderish that stands out.
Can I give a check to see what I know about drow culture?
Sure.
I mean, just for character purposes, not to metagame. Well, what do you want?
History.
I'm going to.
25.
What do you want to know?
I guess like their religion and what their basic traditions are. You know, like basic welcoming traditions and so on and so forth. Like, how do you say hi to a drow? Do I have to bow to them? Or, like stuff like that.
I would say you get from the drow that you've met, they're not very good hearted most of the time. And I guess you can greet them however you want.
Like with that one, I know that they worship the wolf.
Looking at her garments and stuff, yes, you would get that vibe.
Hello, milady. We met your guards out front. They instructed us that as long as we addressed you in the kindly manner that we addressed them, that there shouldn't be any issues. We're just passing through, and we happened upon your encampment here, and we figured we would say hello.
Well, that's good to know. Hostilities are not welcome around here.
It was nice to be welcomed without the same from you. I was just wondering, as we were passing through, if there was... Is this just your home, or is there a specific business you're here for?
This is our outpost.
I see.
We are here to take control of this level.
Oh, I see. Is your main settlement on this level as well, or?
You see her that she's not willing to divulge too much information. Now, like, she just met you guys coming up, so she kind of just like acknowledges your question and then just kind of responds in a question. And she's like, "So, what is your business on this level?"
We're
right
just looking
now-
to get lower.
Yes. So, would you be led by Teresa of the Avrandar group by chance?
We might.
Just things we've learned as passing through the levels. I figured Drow and Drow, maybe that was who was leading you.
So if you are looking passage to the next level, there is a what would you call it? There is a terrible infestation that is happening on this level.
Infestation
If
of
you
what?
help me get rid of it, I will help you get down to level 5.
I see. And what is it that
I
we
know
would
that
have
you
to
asked, so I'll respond to you.
defeat?
He asked first. She says, let's see. She says, well, since we seem to be on good terms at the moment, I think it would be beneficial to help each other, since you need something and I need something.
I see.
Currently, this level has been overtaken by the Koatoa, the fish people, and I want them removed.
And where would they reside?
Through the rest of this tunnel, or level.
How many would you say are there? You describe it as infestation, but are there numbers? Are we talking hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, millions?
Dozens, maybe.
Are they across the large tree by chance? Or do you have any insight as to what is across that?
She's like, we've been fighting them for some time. There should only be a small number of them left. Should be capable for a group like you. And then what'd you ask?
Are they across the large tree over the gap? And if that's not them across the tree, do you have any insight as to what is over there?
She says that there is no reason to cross that if that is the way you want to go, but I know you must get to the other side of the level across the river to meet up with this test.
So is this the Koatoa's natural home, and you all are just trying to...
This is our home.
Alright.
Insight check. Oh, it's really low. I was basically just trying to see if she was hiding the truth in that
What'd you roll?
answer. It was a 2 plus
Oh.
4. I think is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
4.
you don't catch much.
Do you by chance know where we could find Tongues of Madness?
She says, what is this Tongues of Madness that you speak of?
It is a plant. Looks like a tongue.
The human tongue, to be precise.
I mean, there is many plants around this level.
Well,
If you get rid of the pest, you can look around as much as you would like.
Do you have any
Kylie comes out and crawls across my mask again from up here, out inside my hood, and then just crawls down.
Like goes in your mouth.
And then my mask is on, so.
Yeah.
And then she'll just kind of stop and then see if I can get any reaction out of.
You see her notice, and she just
And then it crawls.
more intrigued.
And then
but doesn't
she
say
just
anything.
crawls into my hood.
Yeah.
are you all followers of Lolth?
We would be.
Would be. So
We would be.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Compared to
let me
what
get
the
this
other
straight.
mini Gerardians-
For the trade of information and assistance to the next level, you want us to remove the fish people from this level.
Yes.
I think we can make our own way to the next level. I firmly believe that we deserve a more substantial reward if we were to get rid of the Koatoa for you.
Well, they're also offering for us to explore to find our tongue, which I'm pretty sure they know where it would be. Because it is in their corridor of...
How long have you been down here on this level?
They have what we need.
So I'll add to what she said before. So if you get rid of the fish people, she will grant you a raft. And a guide to help you navigate the river down to the Undermountain, and you can continue exploring as you will. That changes, because I know you said something, but I was still kind of reading. But
So I have a
That
couple
changes.
questions. One's more prominent.
well, what were you saying?
How long have you guys been down here? Or you drow?
It actually says it in the front. She says, we've been down here for some time.
Sometime a month, a year,
I could say that.
a month.
We'll go with a month.
How long have the Koatoa been down here?
Too long.
Okay.
Have you all happened upon any group of dwarves by chance?
Because
Durgar, to be exact.
she says, I have seen a group. They came down, I'll say, trying to get my timeline right. We'll say it was about a week ago, and I tasked them with the same thing that I'm tasking you now, and they have not returned.
Let me see.
So if I ever see them again, then they will no longer exist.
What are your opinions on the Xanathar's Guild?
More information on level 2 about them. she says, right now, us and the Xanathar Guild have the same goal at hand. And we will see who comes out on top.
So you're rivals.
To a point.
Insight check. 21.
I'd also like to insight.
You get it that it's kind of like a enemy and my enemy is a friend thing, but it can easily be broken if it needs to.
Alright.
Can I roll a nature check for what I know about Koatoa?
Sure. Am I putting the book away?
27.
Oh, okay. I'll bring the book out.
Like intelligence-wise and whatnot.
Koatoa, you know them as the fish people. Long ago, humans and their ilk drove the Koatoa underground. They no longer obeyed in daylight. They're simple creatures, never meant to endure an oppressive mental force like the Iliads unleashed upon them. The gods worship their own insane creation, and if enough Koatoa believe in that God is real, the energy of their collective subconscious can cause the god to manifest as a physical entity.
Okay.
You know them as kind of neutral evil type characters, I guess.
Okay. And
But were you there where the one kind of like helped you?
No.
Were you on the dock? No, you weren't. Never mind. So that doesn't sway on your kind of thing.
are
I
they?
guess-
Would I know if they're of average intelligence with a 27? Or if they're
I guess
below average
below.
intelligence?
I would say below.
So, how often do you receive word from up above?
Whenever it's needed.
Yeah. I heard rumors that some Xanathar members had while we were in Skullport, we heard that I guess some of your people, if you are with Trissa, there were some Xanathar members that had traveled into your ranks, and I hear there's a great uproar because they murdered something like a chimera or something that was in your domain above on the level up.
If that is true, that is business on that level and not on this one.
I see. I know that some of your people were troubled by this.
Well, if I killed something of yours, would you be troubled by it?
Yes, I just didn't know if you had heard of this. It seemed like quite the uproar around Skullport.
So, you said that these guys you tasked came back. They wouldn't be around anymore. Are you telling me that if we come back, if we didn't do your task, you're going to kill us?
That would be correct.
I mean, I'm just speaking thoughts that I have, but
That's what she said.
I mean, it seems like you all are very powerful. Have you just not been able to kill them yourselves?
You see her kind of get like, I guess flustered because you're kind of like taking a shot at him. And she says, we've done a lot of work. Why continue when we can get you to do it?
I see.
Like I said, we need something and you need something. If that can be mutual beneficial between the two of us, then I feel like that's a good deal.
All right.
So what if we don't decide to take your deal right now?
Then I guess I could let you leave, but I would doubt your chances with making it to level 5 if that is your goal.
We've heard this before.
All right. Well, I guess we can check it out and see what happens.
If we needed to take a short rest here, would that be all right?
She goes, you would need a rest, you can wait in the main cavern.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. You've been very obliging to us. So we will take our rest and see if we can check out this menace that you are speaking of.
I hope you return.
So go
Take
back
our
to the main
rest.
cavern.
Okay.
Take a short rest.
So you guys walk out in the main cavern, and you see that you guys kind of walked out and nothing really happened. The guards up top really didn't, they're not really talkative. They just kind of just let you
Excuse
guys
me,
do whatever you want.
Belrin,
Yes?
question for you. Do you see this owl?
Yes?
Was it you or one of your men that shot my owl?
That wasn't me,
I'm
but I
just-
heard about your owl.
Oh, from who?
She points into the room that you were just in, and she goes, if you want him, he's in there.
No, I was wondering if it was you all. It could have been a misunderstanding. Obviously, it's just a creature you didn't know. I was just wondering if there was anything else in the area that would have done it, or if you all did.
It was us.
All right. And I attack. No, I'm just kidding.
Cool, they're 20 feet in here. Okay, so you guys hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try to take a short rest if we can.
It's also 9:20, so I didn't know.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
If you want to keep progressing.
Do we get a short rest?
Cool.
Hour goes by, and there's a short rest.
Do we want to go back to the crystal cavern? Do we want to go across this river? I have water walk. Or
Well, another question too is if you guys are fine with waiting.
She would have gave you a little bit of direction, so you can either head south out that way and work your way around, or you can. She basically just says, "Find a way to cross the river," or you
Or-
can head down and work your way around.
or I have that new spell. We can cut down some of that zirkwood tree or whatever the fuck it's called, zirkwood mushroom, and I can just make a boat.
Don't matter.
It's up to you guys. We can walk it or we can row.
Let's I
Carl.
mean, is it more beneficial for us to just use the water walk, which takes your resources more heavily?
Well, the fabricate would use up a spell slot. I can take 10 minutes and cast water walk on all of us, and not
How long does
charge
water walk last?
an hour.
Okay.
I think maybe we should.
You assume that would probably get you pretty far if you're walking.
Can I get a moment of your time, Lord Phillips?
Yeah.
I'll pull you aside and say,
Are you whispering to me?
mhm.
Okay.
So
Can't
this
you
is-
tell?
So this is the second person who has tried to use their power to manipulate our decisions.
In your head, you hear me speak. Who? Whomst?
Well, the first was Shun.
Also a drown.
Now you have this person here. Seems very interesting. There seems to be a repeating pattern of people down here.
Hey man, artificers, they got into their tools.
In your head, you hear me say, well, from the point of our reunion going forward, we won't let that happen again.
Okay.
And then I'll turn around. Carl, do you want to do this thing now?
Yes.
Take about an hour and 10 minutes. If you guys don't mind waiting another hour.
What do you guys
Another
do?
hour?
He's married.
Hour and 10 minutes.
Oh,
Oh, can't just do it during the short rest.
I mean,
Well, we
Is that
I had to rest.
I had to rest too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I need my spell slots.
So you guys are waiting 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours and 10 minutes.
That's
So I'm going to I take out the powdered silver, and I
You see the 3 drow up there, and they're just like,
And I'm
Watching
sitting there
as all
like
this
holding Nettie's hands.
now this isn't a wedding of love, but it's
'cause I don't do that.
it's more of a
Binding.
binding of brotherhood.
Souls.
And then I open up my book of shadows and I start saying and chanting in deep speech as I hold up my hands, and I take the powdered silver and I put it in my mouth and I blow it. I take off my mask to do this
Do you
too,
guys frequently marry your children in
and then it
This
like
part of the
blows onto you and
all of you as
Nettie.
prints.
And then I say some more like this long speech and deep speech like the next 30 minutes, and I'm sitting here with my book of shadows open, and you guys notice that like black tendrils every now and then like sort of like pop up around the two of them, and then I grab the rest of the powdered silver that's in my book and I wipe it clean. And then I go over to Carl and I wipe it across his head. And then I wipe the other bit across Carl. And then there's like a smudge of powdered silver on my hand, and I slap it in my book and I wipe it across. And then two black tendrils come out of the pages of my book and they tie together, and then I shed it. And that's the end of my at the hour and 10. So you guys for the next 7 days now have a +2 to your AC, as long as you two are within 30 feet of each other.
Nice.
Nice. That's ceremony?
Yeah,
Mhm.
as long as,
yeah.
as long-
Sundith comes back, takes Nettie.
So, are we gonna take the drow up on their offer? Because
I can make us a boat.
I am one for their offer.
Well,
I feel like the drow would be a very powerful ally in these
But
dungeons.
Are you
having
saying this
a
out
guide-
loud?
No. Are you? You're talking. So
Yeah.
There
You're
are,
coming to
saying
the
that.
party.
there are 3 drow guards that are standing over you guys that are watching.
Okay. I'm
I
asking
don't
the
think
party
you-
if we're taking the offer.
they didn't say we had to.
Okay.
And he's speaking positives, like they're powerful allies.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. But just know that they're listening.
Huh.
Listen.
I don't think if we say no to taking their offer, they're gonna bum rush us all of a sudden.
And we'll kill him.
Oh, to retcon this too, if anybody else wants to be married during that ceremony, I can marry anybody. It doesn't specify the amount of targets. It just says you touch adult humanoids willing to be bonded together in marriage.
Here's the thing. There's
So you
another
can do
one.
3 people?
The
I
coming,
can do all of us if I wanted
yeah,
to.
the coming of age one is pretty good too.
Yeah.
But then he'll just murder them. So
Well, you don't know that.
My soul's already tied to someone, so it's fine.
would you like to be my betrothed?
No.
Okay. Well, it was worth an offer.
It'll just be you two.
Either way, thank you. It should help us out quite a bit. Nettie and I
Do you want
take
to
the full front most of the time.
wait? Can
You
he
two
marry?
together.
Can he marry Polly too and have +4 to his AC?
No, it's just
Oh, it's just a
+2.
plus
It's
two.
all.
But
It's
then
just
Polly gets a
anybody
+2?
that's married together has a +2 as long as they're all within. I would take it if one leaves without, like, if you had him and Polly next to each other and Nettie was over here at 30 feet out, it negates. You don't get the +2 anymore for anybody.
Okay.
But all 3 have to be within, or 4 or 5. Everybody has to be within 30 feet of each other.
Well,
And that lasts for that
7 days.
7 days. You should be.
so do we
The
want?
ring.
Yeah. Do we want to build a boat?
Well, I'm actually very good at driving them.
I mean, I can literally make a boat in 10 minutes.
Let's do it.
All right, you guys help chop down some wood.
Is there wood around?
No.
Yeah.
The only
Yeah,
thing that we
there's
know is the
mushroom wood.
The
You have to go
mushroom
back
tree
to
things.
the.
Oh, we gotta go all the way fucking back there.
Yeah.
I thought we took some of that. We didn't.
No.
take
No, we didn't take. We only got the edible.
We took the edibles.
Well, water walking it is.
All right. I take the 10 minutes, and
Why would you make a boat if we have water walk? What?
water walk only lasts an hour. I take 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
So currently, I guess you know where water is.
Yeah,
You want to
we-
wait till you're in front of the
Yeah,
water.
yeah,
to do
yeah.
it?
We wait until we get back to the water.
So where are you going?
To
The last there's two
The one-
places where you saw water.
yeah.
So like one
where
right
the
here,
difficult terrain
Oh, where was the other one?
room was.
back where you started.
No, where
Oh,
the
okay.
tree
No,
was,
yeah, right,
the
right.
opposite end of
That
that,
one right
hallway.
there.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you
I was
guys.
thinking there was one past that.
And I would ask them before we left, which should we go left or right to get to the Koatoa when we get to the water entrance there?
They say that they are straight across.
Did they say why they were a problem?
Because they want their space.
Meaning
That's all it
just
is.
go over the water and there's another cave, or
This seems
Because you
to
guys
be-
didn't really investigate here, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was asking about that. Like if they knew about that entrance, which way should we go?
there's.
Bless you.
They said they say just cross it.
So there's another. Just so we go right across the water and there's
Yeah.
another side.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So, is it just me, or is there a reoccurring theme of turf war down here?
Yes, there's many factions that will be in this massive dungeon of 23 some odd levels that people would probably like to claim.
So we'll say you guys make it back there. Take 10 minutes to cast Water Walk,
Yep.
and then we are at 9:30,
So
so
we
we
can
can
wait
save it for
Next time.
Start until next time.
All
We're
right.
Das
All
Water
right.
Walk.
Good stuff, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks
We'll
for
see
the
you guys
people that
next
stuck
Monday.
around. See y'all next Monday.
Bye.